What is going on, guys, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Nintendo Nite podcast. I'm joined today by some awesome people to discuss everything that has happened during the month of August for Nintendo. But of course, I got to introduce our awesome panel here. We've got some nice people here. So first up, we've got Ruffled Rowlet.
Yo.
We've got Endgame the Cube.
How's it going?
And we've got our special guest, Nintendo Ultra.
What's poppin'?
And yeah, we're just going to be discussing pretty much everything that's happened this month in terms of Nintendo news, and then we'll answer some of your questions as well. And yeah, it should be pretty fun. And I guess really the big thing, of course, everyone is going to want to talk about is the Smash Direct that happened earlier this month, which pretty much gave us a whole bunch of information about Smash, even though I didn't think we needed it because we already got so much at E3. But like, how do you guys feel about that overall?
How do we feel about the Smash Bros. Direct?
Yeah, like overall, how do you guys feel about the Smash Direct?
I think it was honestly I enjoyed it more than E3. I just had a lot of fun watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the reveals. Simon Belmont, like we all knew he was coming because of all the leaks, and they leaked it the night before with the music. But I really liked the way the trailer was done. It was super clever with like Luigi, like a Luigi's Mansion style trailer. Genius. That was one of my favorite trailers I've ever seen from Smash Bros. And then at the end we had King K. Rool, which was awesome, and everyone's been wanting him for like forever. So it was a good event. It was nice seeing like all the new stages, like Fountain of Dreams being back. It's so pretty, remade in HD. And then seeing the new Echo Fighters introduced, like Dark Samus and Chrom, and I made a little video saying I was thinking like that was gonna happen, so felt good to be vindicated. But yeah, so overall it was just a really awesome event, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
All right, Ruffled, I know you're not a huge Smash fan, but how'd you feel about the Direct if you watched it?
Okay, so I didn't catch it while it was live, but I like rewatched it afterwards, and like I think the way I rewatched it was actually through Etika. So I was like watching Etika like reacting to it, and I remember like I was like watching the part of his, and I was like, oh, let me go watch this whole thing first on my own, and I mean, I like the new like I guess Castlevania map that they're adding in. Unless I'm getting that wrong. I mean, unless I'm thinking of something else, I don't know. But I know there was like a new map added, which
Yeah, it was
Dracula's
Castle.
Castle.
yeah, that actually I think is really cool. As I have played the Castlevania games in the past, so that's pretty lit. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was pretty nice. Though I don't know. It was pretty cool. That's all I gotta say. I just love that there's also so many maps in the game. It's just freaking insane. Like the amount of shit that's in there is just incredible. Like, yeah, it's insane. Like I didn't like. I mean, I was really surprised when the first trailers dropped back in E3. Showing off like everybody's here, and I was like, shit. I mean, hey, I mean,
Karate chopped his shelf off.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, dude.
That, yeah.
Straight up though. But like I remember seeing that, I was like, dude, I can play Snake again. Snake, yeah, I got Snake. Yeah, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
So I was just excited about that, and I was like, this is insane. There's so much here. There's so much, like so many characters. That's freaking content, dude. And then like they showed about like so many maps, and that blew me away. Like straight up blew me away. So hey, I'm all on board for it.
Awesome. You're getting it day one?
Yeah, I will.
Of course. Okay, good.
What about you, Nintendo Ultra?
I really enjoyed it. Like as soon as I saw like the castle at like the very start of the direct, like I knew like it was gonna be Simon. And a lot of people might go like, well, we really didn't need this direct, it was kind of pointless, but I feel like, they still had to do it because I mean like the game comes in December. They just had to get, stuff out the way, the character reveals, Kinky Rule. Like there's so much content in this game. Like the music alone is worth $60. Like this game is like
Totally.
worth $100. Okay, but
Yeah.
Daddy Sakurai is coming through right now. He's coming through. But yeah, I enjoyed this direct. It's nice.
And I can agree with like people who are saying like we're getting too much Smash information, but the thing is like with Smash Bros on the 3DS and the Wii U, the period of time that we had to wait from reveal to release was so long because they revealed it in like E3 of 2013 and then it came out in November of 2014. But here they revealed it in March of this year and it's coming out in December. So they don't have a lot of time to give us information. So that's why we're getting a whole bunch of like Smash info dumped at a time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm fine with it
yeah,
personally.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, besides that, like Simon Belmont, I think it would have been nice if he was like actually surprised. But I think a lot of people saw him coming because of the rumors. all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I think someone
he
said
would have been
like
a pretty
he,
big
I
surprise
think
if
someone said
like
he was even leaked like before on like the day of the direct or
yeah,
something
we
like that.
got music leaked. Literally, Nintendo
Yeah.
themselves leaked it on accident. They posted his theme, like Bloody Tears or something like that. And yeah, so they leaked it, and it was like not as much of a surprise. That's why I was so relieved that that was not the only character reveal. That we got King K. Rool at the end, and that was a nice little surprise.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I was kind of sure they were going to end with Simon Belmont. Like I thought that would have been like the big surprise third party thing at the end, but they opened up with it
nope.
instead.
Thank goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, besides that though, in the Smash Direct, they also talked a lot about some of the other gameplay features. I thought we could talk a little bit about that. The first thing was they introduced some of the new modes that are in the game. There's going to be like a squad strike mode, which is like I think crew battles or something like that, where you can play as multiple fighters. And so, how do you guys feel about that?
seems fun.
That was
Don't
like
really
one
have
of the
too much to
modes I
say about
wanted.
it, but yeah.
I think that was
What?
like a mode that everyone wanted, like to be able to play as multiple fighters as each stock.
Yeah, like it's cool.
Because it was at the
But
end of Smash Tour in Wii U, and everybody wanted that.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
pretty interesting to see like who's really like good with multiple characters. So that's something that's interesting.
Hmm.
for sure.
And then they also talked about that there's an option that you can actually enable in the settings to have chargeable final smashes. Now this was kind of cool because
I love that idea.
I never thought that he was actually going to do this. Like this was like one of those things that I secretly wanted, but I was like, I don't think he's going to do it, so I'm not going to say it in my predictions. But it's kind of
Mhm.
crazy because like a lot of fighting games have like that meter that you fill up to like do your ultimate attack.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
hmm
The idea, yeah, I love because it gets kind of frustrating sometimes, especially because I play as characters that like don't that aren't as fast, don't pack as much of a punch. I would say like Villager, what's up with that tree, and like Game and Watch. So like it takes so many hits to get that smash ball, and everyone always gets it over, instead of me.
hmm
So it's nice to have a chargeable meter where it's more like based on all the hits you perform. I like that idea a lot.
Do you guys think it'll be like an option in competitive play, or do you not think that?
Uh, I don't think so. I think if anything's gonna be anything like viable in like tournament is like the stage like swaps.
Like they could do it with legal stages.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's so cool.
Could play on like Battlefield and Final Destination or something like that.
I'm
But
not talking competitively here, but like a really fun thing would be to play the Castlevania stage and then switch to Luigi's Mansion on Halloween. Like, come on.
yeah, you could have like the whole theme going.
Yep. Spooky.
But yeah, I think like in terms of the chargeable final smashes for competitive play, like I feel like he said that the final smashes were weaker, but some of them didn't seem weaker. Like Lucina still one-shotted, I think someone in the trailer.
Uh,
So that was like the problem. Like if you can still take out someone in one hit if you used like Lucina or Marth's final smash, then I don't think that would be fair if you had Lucina and Marth mains.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Ashik's new Final Smash? Oh my gosh.
I
So
saw
cool.
it somewhere. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
hmm he also said though that they're gonna reveal every single character before the game releases. Do you guys like that idea, or do you agree with it? Or
Yes. Because
yeah.
it's gonna get leaked. If it doesn't, they're just gonna leak. Like it never fails. Every time. It just somehow someone gets a hold of it and leaks it. Like I think all of us remember the great 2014 leak that wasn't it like in August or something
yeah,
when
I tweeted
someone's
about it.
from
It was like last
a
week, I
Serb
think.
ESRB. They got the game and they showed everything and people made these weird remarks saying like, oh, it's a Photoshop. Show it's a Photoshop little Mac.
Oh, I remember
And
that.
That was
yeah,
crazy.
so and I would much rather have a cool reveal from Nintendo themselves than some leaker to post blurry images online and win the prize. So I think they should just leak it all themselves. Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they had some secrets, but you're kind of right about how it would probably get spoiled ahead of time anyway.
Yeah, like I would totally be on board with them keeping secrets, but we all know like someone's that.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not.
like literally every single AAA release on the Switch has gotten leaked ahead of time.
Yeah,
So,
and with Pokemon games, same thing. We all know like the Pokemon thing. Somehow, someone gets the game before launch every single time, and they
hmm
leak everything.
yeah, it's
So
usually
weird.
it's usually like a small store in like a city or something that usually just hands it out early.
No,
Yeah,
actually, last time it was like reviewers that got it. Some reviewer gave it to like a known whatchamacallit, like data miner who just like took the whole game and just put a CIA file onto the internet, and
Yeah.
people got it instantly.
Yeah, they just dumped it online, and then people could download the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah. So Nintendo's got to combat the leakers by leaking it themselves. That's all they can do, unfortunately.
See, like that's the thing with like the old school like times where like if a game came out earlier, if like a store gave out a game early, it wouldn't be as big because people could just like share it with their friends because there wasn't like the internet and all that. But now it gets posted in like 5 seconds and it's everywhere.
I know it was so fun, like playing Smash Bros. Melee when I was a kid, and like I didn't know who was in the game, so like just unlocking these different characters was so magical. But now it's like we all know because of the internet.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything from the Smash Direct, unless you guys want to add anything that we might have missed.
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. I find it very odd that every time there's a character reveal, someone always has to be sacrificed or killed.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, we actually got to
Yes.
talk about this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that spirit mode thing.
Yeah, that
we've been
mode
hearing
too.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's something.
And it adds up so well, like with what we've been seeing with all the characters dying.
There's always like some character who gets like extremely hurt during that trailer, like death.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, do you guys all agree that it is going to be spirits that's the mode, or do you think it'll be something else?
I almost wonder. I mean, wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, you go on.
Oh, okay. I almost wonder if that was like a placeholder and it's gonna be some other name, and like it's maybe, I don't know, unlikely, but I think it's gonna have something to do with these characters dying though in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder because Sakurai made comments. There are actually two comments that were really weird that he made. There was one where he said that there's gonna be like an more streamlined way of unlocking characters. Maybe this new mode has to do with that. Like maybe you have to beat like this boss and then you get the spirit back, right, from that character, and that's how you unlock them. Maybe something like that.
Yeah,
But the other thing is that he mentioned, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was this weird interview he did like a while ago. Well, it wasn't weird, but like he made this weird comment saying that like he showed this robot figure, and he said that it had to do with his project, the video game he was making, which was Smash Brothers.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if that weird robot has to do with like a mode, like we're gonna get some kind of boss, like Taboo, was that his name? And like Subspace Emissary. Like if we're gonna have this big story mode and like that kind of robot's gonna have something to do with it. I don't know.
because the thing in Brawl was the characters would all like turn into trophies, and you had to like rescue them. So I think people were
Yeah.
saying like maybe this time around they just all turn into spirits or something like that,
Yeah.
and you have to rescue them. I don't know how that would work, but I mean it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys definitely think it's some type of single player mode though, right? That the hidden mode is.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna send you guys this article. Did you guys ever see that where he said that he showed this little toy robot and he said it had something to do with the project? I just posted it in the chat.
Let me see.
It was so weird.
Toy purchase.
And like, yeah, and it's this little robot figure.
oh,
that you can
this was
see.
in January of last year.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's been working on this for a while. Like, what does this mean?
This looks
Because
like
this
a
is his
gun.
project.
Definitely,
His
because
project.
at that time he was
Sure.
definitely working on Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, so what does this have to do with Smash Bros? This is like they're gonna be a crazy robot final boss. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting.
Oh yeah, and since you brought up bosses, that was actually something else that people were talking about. Where if you noticed in the direct, like the parts where they showed the bosses, there was only one character that was like fighting the boss, like with Rathalos from Monster Hunter, and then Dracula in the Castlevania stage. There was only one character, so people were thinking like maybe it's like a subspace boss or something like that.
Yeah, that seems very possible. And like how the Monster Hunter stage didn't show up in the stage select screen.
That's
It's
also
like,
true. Yeah.
Oh, we have this brand new Monster Hunter stage, but for some reason it's not in the character select screen. Or sorry, the stage select screen. It's also weird. Like Sakurai is pretty. He's interesting. Like he always keeps on your toes. I swear.
hmm
Yeah.
But I think didn't you also want to mention that the leak that you were talking about?
Oh yeah, from Das Bergman.
Mhm.
With he said Das Bergman. In case you guys don't know who this is, he was the one that first said like Simon Belmont's in the game. He said that like Snake was gonna come back, that Ridley was in. Like these leaks that like I don't like, stuff like Snake coming back before E3 seemed pretty impossible. Same with like Simon Belmont. So now that those have been vindicated, I think that he seems to have some kind of actual credibility to him. And he's been saying like that Isabelle's going to be playable. There's going to be a Generation 7 Pokemon that's not Decidueye or any of the or Mimikyu or anything like that. And in this direct, like Mimikyu was deconfirmed too, so that kind of plays into his hands a bit. And he's saying he assumes it's Incineroar, right? And then he said that Ken is going to be an echo of Ryu, which makes total sense, especially with like Victor,
Yeah, I could see that.
And then finally he said that there's going to be a new Square Enix character. And I'm thinking this is Geno, but it could be like a Dragon Quest character with how popular the series is. I don't know, but I hope it's Geno. But yeah, so we can talk about those characters in depth if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'll type them out on the chat too, so it's like easy to go through.
I think Geno has the best shot at becoming or like being a character in this Smash. I feel like
this is his time.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably gonna come.
Yeah.
How crazy would it be if Zora was in Smash? That would be pretty.
Who?
That would be
If who?
Zora from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, Zora.
Zora? Oh yeah. I thought you said Zorua at first. I was like,
yeah, I was thinking like the Pokemon for a second. And
yeah, me too. Yeah, yeah. Zora from Kingdom Hearts. That's what I was thinking as another viable option. That would be insane. That would be like a
crazy.
Cloud level reaction from people freaking out.
Mm-hmm, that would be insane.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I would love Isabelle. Like you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Really want Isabelle.
Yeah, I think we can just talk about that. Do you guys have any like newcomers or characters you still want to see in the game?
I'm good. I just want Isabelle, and I'm good. But like, there are other characters I want to see just because like other people want them, like Isaac from Golden Sun, and Geno, of course, and Banjo Kazooie. Like, it would be neat to see those characters as well. Skull Kid, those types of characters. But honestly, once I get Isabelle, I'm fine. But whatever else happens.
I mean, that's how I felt about King K. Rool. That was the only character that I actually wanted to see.
Yeah, because like my dream characters I got in Smash 4, all I wanted was in Smash 4, the characters that I wanted were the villager from Animal Crossing, and I wanted Pac-Man. And when I got those, I was like, it's a wrap. Like I'm good for the rest of my life. So yeah, Pac-Man. Oh my god, I still can't believe like Pac-Man's in the game. I'm so happy.
Do you have any that you want, Ultra?
I would say like only person that I would want is Rex.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of people are saying like what you said earlier before the podcast started was Mithra and Pyra being playable. I don't think they would be playable. I think they would be like in the background, like kind of like where Pokemon trainer.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Pokemon trainer is like in the background, and then like there's like Bulbasaur or Charizard like actually fighting.
Yeah,
I think it would be that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Rex was in.
Yeah, I think that's how it would probably work, but it would be still cool to have them. And
Sure.
I don't know if Ruffled has any that he wants.
Where's my boy Waluigi? Give me some Waluigis in chat, boys. Give me some Waluigis. My man got shafted.
Dang.
But also the thing, if you guys saw the recent interview that Sakurai had, he pretty much did confirm that all the characters that they decided to add in Smash Ultimate came from the ballot that they had for Smash Wii U.
Yup.
So.
And I was talking about this on Twitter yesterday. Like there's like this popular conspiracy theory that Bayonetta did not win the ballot, and it was just they threw that in as like the vehicle, the whatever. I don't even know what the word is right now. My two brain cells are just malfunctioning. But yeah, like basically Bayonetta, she was planned from the start, and this ballot was for the next game, and I feel like that ended up being true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that ballot, like they were collecting not for this game for DLC for some winner. It was for the next one for Smash Ultimate. And so if you look at like the popular characters in the ballot, I think that's a good way to kind of indicate what's going to happen next.
There was also I think there was like a video that I watched on YouTube a while back. I don't know if I could find the exact one, but they were talking about how it seemed like it wasn't like easy, but it was definitely not very hard for them to bring over Bayonetta because it looked like they took a lot of stuff right from Bayonetta 2 to put into Smash Bros. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but there was like a video where some guy like went through it in detail, and he was explaining it very well, like how it seemed like a lot of the aspects were just taken right from Bayonetta, so it wouldn't have been that hard for them to make Bayonetta and Smash Wii U.
she looked like she was straight out of Bayonetta, which was
Mhm.
cool though. Like she played exactly like one for one, just like her game. Crazy. Like even the final smash looked just like it. Everything was so good. But
Mhm.
yeah, there's actually kind of proof of this theory too. That like there was data for Bayonetta in the game like 2 weeks after the ballot started.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
the data miners found it. So it seems like that whole ballot was for this game, not for, which is so crazy. Like, dang, that's like that's a hustle. So
Yeah, so it kind of makes you wonder now what other characters were at the top there that have a good chance of appearing.
yeah,
I think,
if you look at the current polling, for some reason, this actually surprised me. It seems like Isaac is at the top, from Golden Sun, which surprised me. Banjo Kazooie, I think, are like some of the most requested. Gino, obviously,
mhm.
too, because Sakurai confirmed that, and then said that Gino was
Mhm.
like one of the top people in ballots or top characters.
I think I read somewhere where it said Bandana Waddle Dee was #1 in Japan.
Yeah, and Dana Waldy is like at the top of the polls too.
Hmm.
So we'll see what happens, but it seems like a lot of the newcomers are going to be based around ballots. So Skull Kid, another one that a lot of people asked for. I remember that was like a huge thing. Like, everyone wanted him, and when he was confirmed as an assist trophy, Sakurai made it clear like he's not playable. He's an assist trophy because he knew how popular the character.
Hmm.
So, and then he got a Mii costume, and we know the Mii costumes for some reason are linked to like who becomes playable. Like King K. Rool got a costume, then he became playable, so on and so forth.
Yeah. Hmm. Do you guys also have any predictions for Echo Fighters? Like, I feel like pretty much Shadow is confirmed at this point, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Shadow, Isabel,
Ken.
Pen. Yeah, those are like the basics. I would love Miss Pac-Man as an Echo Fighter. I don't know if they'll do it.
Maybe Octoling for the Inklings?
Yeah, I would love that.
yeah, that's what
I
I
don't know though,
wanted.
because like,
But people were
I don't
saying
know.
because they like since they finalized the roster in 2015, that's why
Yeah,
Octolings weren't
I mean
there.
the Octolinks existed then, but they weren't really like as big as they are now from DLC. So we don't know if that was. Because
Hmm.
I bet Sakurai just thought about putting Inklings in, probably didn't think too much about Octoling or anything like that. And I bet those Inklings, I bet they did so well in that ballot. It wouldn't even surprise me if they won, honestly. They were the true winners of the ballot.
And did you guys see how like a lot of the characters that they're adding into Smash Ultimate got me costumes in Smash Wii U?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like literally, King K. Rool had a Mii Fighter costume.
and
Crom
it was so
had one.
detailed.
What was it? Inklings had one. Like literally, all of them had them, and then now they're having them as playable characters. So people are saying like maybe some of the other characters that got Mii Fighter costumes could be newcomers now.
Yeah, like Gino.
Yeah.
Isabel got a costume too.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, unless you guys have anything else to add, I think we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. So the next thing I guess was there was a little bit of Pokemon stuff that came out. So I guess we can discuss that. I think Ruffled's definitely going to enjoy that now because he's not really all about that Smash Bros.
Papa bless.
Um, but yeah, so for Pokemon Let's Go, we got a new trailer, and they pretty much confirmed Mega Evolutions are going to be in the game. They showed a little bit of gameplay with like Vermilion City, Lieutenant Surge, SSN. How do you guys feel about that? Just like overall, I guess.
I think it's
nostalgic.
Hmm.
nostalgic. Yeah.
I don't even feel
My only
nostalgia for it whatsoever. Actually, I'm gonna be frankly honest.
Oh, really?
My only
Like-
I guess. Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that with the Mega Evolutions, I guess online it'll be good, but like the game seems like it's gonna be so easy that like the Mega Evolutions won't even be.
I mean, okay. So first things first, regarding the nostalgia thing. Well, as someone who's replayed Fire Red, Leaf Green about 50 times at this point, I don't really feel nostalgic about any of it. Though seeing Lieutenant Surgeon shit, pretty lit. It does look pretty cool. But other than that, like Mega Evolutions in the game, I was excited. Mainly, like not even excited about like the megas that we already know about, like Charizard, Venusaur, etc. We already knew those were going to be in there. And also, of course, they now showed like Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Gyarados. Were shown like a bit later in like separate trailers,
Hmm.
but like that isn't really surprising. What I'm more interested about, which we'll also mention later, is like the potential trademarks for like other Mega Evolutions. Like that's where I'm getting excited because for me that's new content. Because Mega Evolutions of Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, that just we've already seen in the past. Like, it doesn't really, it's basically like what I've been saying all this time is like, these games aren't adding anything new in reality. Like, people keep always like bringing up this argument all the time, like, oh, the Let's Go games, like, why are you bitching about Pokemon all the time? It can't stay the same forever. They got to change things. Well, the only thing they've really done is just like use features from other games and remove essential features from Pokemon. Like, if I'm going to be, just just straightforward with it. Like, of course I'm going to still, again, I mean, I feel like so many people are going to get pissed off at me. I swear to God. So people are going to hate me. But like,
yeah, there's so many people on Twitter who always say like, "Oh, here we go with ruffled raging again."
Well, I mean, it's not even that raging. Like, I always mention it. Like, I'm gonna give these games a shot. I'm gonna play them. I'm gonna do my review of them. I'm gonna make sure to put my full-on opinion on them. If I hate them, I will say I hate them. If I love them, I will say I love them, and I will also say, guess what? I was wrong. The game proved me wrong. I will accept that. I will accept defeat once I've played the game. But until then, I will criticize it. I'll praise it where there is praise to be given, but I'll also criticize it where there is criticism, to be given. And when it comes to criticism so far, that's where I see the most aspects. When we're talking about positives, there really isn't many. Like, the only positives I can think of is like co-op. Like, that's the thing that I can only think of, like, on the top of my head. When I think negatives, I can start listing up a million of them. Actually, not really a million, but you get the point. Like, there are a lot of issues with the game. They just feel like lackluster versions of Kanto. And that's like the most disappointing, because it's like, okay, fair enough. We're getting Kanto again. Right. Shove Kanto down our throat for like the 5th time, 6th time in a row or some shit. Whatever.
I'm personally excited for Kanto, but
I think the big selling point that they're going for here is it's nostalgia and it's in HD.
Well, and that's the thing, though, is like, okay, cool. Like, I would have been fine with it. Because Aero, you remember before the games were announced, right? When we were talking about the rumors and stuff, like, what could the 2018 Pokemon games be? You remember how I did make videos saying, like, I wouldn't mind if this, next Pokemon game is Kanto again. Like, I would be on board for it. I would be totally okay with it. But the problem for me is, it's not even that it's just Kanto. Because for me personally, like, I'm bringing up like Kanto as an argument because people people that hate the Let's Go games will always say like, we're just tired of Kanto, which is a fair point. I can understand that as well. But at the same time, also the bigger issue for me is just the lack of features. Like, that's my problem. It's just that, like, it feels like it's just a lesser version. Like, if I want to play Kanto, I can just go and play Pokemon, Pokemon Yellow. You know what I mean? I can just play that because in reality, that just has more stuff in it instead of, going and, for example, if you're a person who doesn't own a Switch, for example, you don't really have an incentive to go buy a Switch just to play Let's Go Peach, Let's Go Eevee. There just isn't an incentive there, in all honesty. Like, it just doesn't feel worth it for what you're getting in return, based on the fact that there are a bunch of features missing and stuff. I'm going to be quiet now. Somebody else can talk.
I mean, like, that's what I was saying with Pokemon Let's Go. I feel like they're really just targeting it towards the Pokemon Go players who, when they look at the trailer, they're going to be like, oh, Mega Evolutions. I didn't even know Charizard could evolve further, where we're like, bro, I've known that for like 5 years. So I think that's why, like, they're kind of just giving us stuff, because in terms of like a player who's been with Pokemon for a long time, there really isn't a lot of things that are trying to get you to buy Pokemon Let's Go, because, like, really, if you're a Pokemon fan who isn't really all that, like, about the nostalgia and, like, going back to Kanto and having it in HD and all that, then really the only new thing that I think right now, as of now, that you could say that you would want to buy this game for is that hidden new Pokemon at the very end that they're talking about.
But that's a single Pokemon, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it really worth $60 for one new Pokemon?
It's not worth $60. And also keep in mind, like, that's if you don't already own a Switch. If you got to, for example, somebody doesn't own a Switch, they would have to get a Switch just to get that one Pokemon for whatever reason. Because I mean, I think Masuda already pretty much confirmed there's going to be trading between Let's Go and 2019's game.
It'll
but
work
I
with
see
Bank probably.
I see a comment in chats just real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Usually that's okay. No, but like usually what's really fun too with like the Pokemon remakes, you usually get like a really cool post game and stuff to do after. And like since this is aimed at like the more casual market, it's not gonna have a lot of content. Like, I would be shocked if they actually.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That right there is the problem, dude. That's the problem. That's why I keep bringing it up. Like, it's just so baffling to me because, okay, to begin with, it feels like whenever there is a remake of Pokemon, they kind of do remove features. Like, for example, you said you were disappointed with Oras, right? You weren't too happy with Oras, correct?
Yeah. Because they got rid of the Battle Frontier. Dang
Exactly,
it.
but that's see right there. They always kind of remove features, but at least in ORAS for me, there were redeeming qualities. You know what I mean? Of course, the game was easier than most other games, so that for me, the biggest complaint was the lack of Battle Frontier and also the lack of difficulty. But beyond that, you had a deck snap, shiny hunting, and this I think anybody who's played Pokemon for a decent time now, like straight up, knows that ORAS had the best shiny hunting end ever. Like there was no game that had better shiny hunting than ORAS. That's just fact. And anybody argue with me? Fuck you. Either way, no, but I'm just joking. But like, straight up though, it just had like it was so fundamentally well done in that regard, and there was a lot of content. Of course, the Battle Frontier was a big problem for people. Like, you know, it was bad that they shafted that whole thing. They just didn't have it there. Of course, I got pissed off about it. I think everybody was pissed off about that. Everybody hated Masuda when he gave an explanation as to why they didn't have it there, which was a really shitty explanation.
Yeah, you just said like people weren't interested or something, right? That.
Yeah, but here's a difference,
Battle
though, right?
Frontier is my favorite location in Pokemon history. It's my number one favorite.
And that's a fair
really
point.
Stung a lot, like, yeah.
But think about this then, though. That's one thing that was missing, right? One like major thing. But it was just like it wasn't even like an integral part to the overall gameplay, right? It wasn't an integral part of like the actual experience of Pokemon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like if you know, let's hypothetically say it never existed in the past either. You know, would it really change the overall gameplay of like Pokemon Emerald or whatever game you know originally had the Battle Frontier in? You know, would it fundamentally change those games? You know, if you didn't have it there, if it never existed in reality, you know, to you, would it change anything, Zach? Like, what do you think?
For me, it would, but I know for most people it would not. So
yeah,
I can acknowledge.
Yeah, but like
that.
what I'm trying to say is like, you know, it isn't like a fundamental gameplay.
Yeah, he's basically trying to say like not having a Battle Frontier isn't as big as not having wild battles.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to get across. It's like it isn't a fundamental aspect of the general gameplay. Like, you know, it's just an extra feature. So I mean, like that's to me, if they had Battle Frontier and ORAS, it would have just been like a, you know, like a bellissimo. That's just like the, you know, it's the cherry on top, so to say. But like with Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, there's not even any pudding or anything on that freaking cake you're eating. There's nothing there. Forget about the cherry. There ain't no cherry whatsoever. Don't even think about the cherry. It doesn't exist, because that's what these games look to me. They look like a cake without the actual stuff on top. That's what it looks like. It looks like a flat surface,
without the
lacking any
frosting,
consistency.
the ice cream.
Exactly.
That, you know?
Yeah, it's lacking. It's just lacking somebody. And again, I want to just quickly bring up a guy in the chat, which I was going to mention earlier. I think it was Zanny or something, who mentioned that I always find things to complain about. The thing is, I've kind of been regurgitating a lot of things I've been complaining about. There are things I always kind of find, which just because sometimes things just pop into my head. I'm just like, God damn, this thing sucks as well. You know, this does really suck. And things pop into my head. I'm sorry. Like I have a lot of complaints, but I wouldn't complain about it if I didn't love the franchise. Like, trust me. If I want to just hate, if I want to just, you know, if I didn't like the franchise, so to say, right, I could suck the dick off of it and just like, no, seriously though. I mean, look at our boy, the Wolf himself. That man will like rub the clit off of freaking. By the way, sorry, this stream is demonetized already. No, but that dude will literally rub the like he will. His head will go so far up like Pokemon's ass. I swear to God, it's so stupid, because he'll just lick their ass for anything to give to him. I'm being critical because I just want them to give us as good product as possible. That's why I'm being critical. You know, look at for example, another franchise currently that's being shafted, aka Battlefield. If anybody's been paying attention even slightly to Battlefield, you'll notice that the fans are pissed off. You know, the company. I mean, this is more on a company level, where the company is kind of like forcing players to kind of abide to their agenda or whatever. And hey, they told the fans, if you don't want to buy it, it's, you know, you got two options: accept it or don't buy it. And the fans said, hey, guess what? You're giving us a shitty product. We're not going to buy it. We're going to vote with our wallets. And again, Pokemon is different. You know, there's no political agenda and stuff. But I feel like we're just settling for less. That's all I feel. I feel like people are just settling too easily for less. I just want them to give us the best possible product, the best possible game, and not just like, hey, let us just make some quick cash. You know what I mean? Like, that's just where I feel an issue is. Like, yeah, I mean, in all honesty, for me, the graphics, not really a big complaint. I know a lot of people complain about graphics. No, I think they look good. I mean, a Pokemon game isn't supposed to be super hyper realistic or whatever. Like, if you can do a hyper realistic Pokemon game, it looks nice. Sure, I'm on board. But, you know, I can understand why the cartoony graphics. That's not a complaint for me. I do see people complaining about it though. But personally, I feel that's fine. For me, it's the lack of features. It's the lack of new stuff. It just feels like, okay, cool. It's a shittier remake. It's a shittier version of Kanto again, but just less stuff in it, and it's in 3D and HD. Cool, whatever. Just it doesn't feel like there's enough there for me personally. I should be quiet now. I'm sorry.
I mean, like I said, for me, Pokemon Let's Go, I'm just getting it so I can play for 2 weeks and then get Smash Bros when it comes out. So for me, it's not that big. But next year's game, that's definitely going to be the one where I'm going to be like, if they don't have a lot of the things that people want, I think they're going to have a lot of backlash.
Yep.
I don't know if Nintendo Ultra has anything to add. I don't know if you're a big Pokemon fan, are you?
I would say like somewhat, but I mean like I do agree. Like it's kind of like the game kind of seemed like a cash grab. How much is the game again? Is it full price?
$60.
Yeah, full price.
Yeah, full price.
$60, and let's not forget they're also selling like an accessory, which is like $50 itself as well. I think is it 50 or 40? Yeah, it's 50, right?
But
Yeah, I think it's 50. Yeah, which also locks Mew behind it, so you can only get Mew that way. I mean, hey, maybe they'll change it so you can get Mew in event, but for now, that's the only
I
way
would
you
have
can get
preferred
Mew
where
game.
it's like the original games, the whole, rumor where like if you went under that truck you'd find Mew. Like I wish it was like that instead.
Yeah, but that didn't work though.
No, I know, but they could have made it reality. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
use
no.
this remake to like kind of make
Yeah,
knowledge.
that would have been good fan service. That would be good fan service, but
Yeah.
no. They got to put
They
it
don't
as
like the fans, so-
bonus. Oh man.
So then, like,
I think
as a medium Pokemon fan, Nintendo Ultra, are you thinking about getting Let's Go, or are you probably going to skip it?
I might skip it. I mean, I'm kind of like I think it's safe to say that most of us is just waiting for like the core like actual Pokemon game like later next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just feel like
Yep.
this game just kind of just tries to hold us over, but since it is full
But-
price, I don't know.
It's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, right?
I'm not-
It feels like it's supposed to hold us over, right?
Yeah,
But it
Like-
won't.
But it
Let's
just
be
feels
honest.
like it won't.
You
Like,
already know it.
literally, dude-
You already know as soon as that game comes out the next day, every reply to Pokemon's Twitter is going to be reveal Gen 8, reveal Gen 8.
That's what I was gonna say. Like right after that, everyone's gonna be bugging Pokemon Nintendo Island for a Pokemon Direct for it to reveal Gen.
Mhm.
It's gonna be hilarious. Like they better reveal it in like January, like they do with X and Y.
And the
I-
thing is,
I
this
hope
time
they
around,
can.
this time around, we already know that we're getting a Pokemon game next year too. It's not like the beginning of this year when we didn't even know if the game was coming. Now we know for a fact that they're gonna have to announce it sometime next year, and people still won't shut up and just keep asking for a direct.
Yup.
Well, here's the thing, though. I want to say regarding the whole like idea of these games kind of holding us over. The fact of the matter is, these games will die after 2 weeks.
Smash is gonna murder them.
Yeah,
Like,
but
no one's gonna care about them.
I was gonna get to that. It's like one, the games, yeah, they are still selling. They're gonna, but they're not gonna like in the grand scale of things. Then they're not gonna survive for long, which is kind of depressing because when I'm comparing like to like Sun and Moon, right? Sun and Moon had a give or take like 2-3 month like life cycle. With people being hyperactive about it, talking about it, videos, content, guides, etc. There was a lot like there. Then with Ultra Sun and Moon, it had like a lifespan of like 3 weeks. It died like in a month.
Like that's
last
sad.
year.
Like they're not making
Yeah.
games that last now. Like they're just
Exactly.
making games, put them out,
But-
put out the next one like robotic kind of.
But that's also
Like
because
everyone's
Ultra,
talking about Smash Ultimate for the whole generation, and then some.
but with
Well, like
Ultra,
this game, no one's gonna.
yeah, but with Ultra Sun and Moon though, it's kind of different because I mean Pokemon games have kind of become this like constant thing that comes out all the time lately. So like there's new games all the time, and people the year before already had Sun and Moon, and now they're getting like a in enhanced version of Sun and Moon. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, there isn't enough hype. There isn't enough new, what I mean? There just wasn't enough new stuff between the two games. So people just were like, cool. It will live for about a month, whatever. With the Let's Go games, it's kind of worse actually. Like when you think about it, it's actually even worse because at least with the Ultra Sun and Moon games, there was the potential for more new Pokemon, potential for new Alola forms, potential for brand new features and stuff. With Let's Go, there's only one new Pokemon we're getting, and that's confirmed. We know we're getting one new Pokemon. Just one. Not more than one. We're getting one single new Pokemon. That's all we're getting that's brand new. Everything else is going to be the same. You know what I mean? So far, all the gyms, let's be fair, all the gyms have been the same, right? Brock, Misty, Surge, And then as we continue on to the other gym leaders, it's going to be all the same. It's not going to be anything
now
different.
You have to have. They tell you to get a certain type so you can win easier.
Oh yeah, that's just another rabbit hole
I
that I
don't
don't
care
want to jump down.
about that though. Honestly, I don't care about that too much because like I would have done it anyway, but it's still.
No, I get your point, but like, I'm not going to jump down that rabbit hole because I'll be here for fucking ages. But what I want to say though is like, it's just there isn't hype. There isn't hype about these games.
Yeah, and here's the big problem too. Like, I don't see the Go crowd flocking to this either, because that's the whole point of these games, like to bring in the Go crowd. Like, I didn't see the trailer getting the views that the Pokemon Go trailer got, or even like a fraction of it.
And if they want to buy it and they don't have a
talking about it
Switch,
20%.
if they want to buy Let's Go and they don't have a Switch, it's basically like a $360 paywall.
Well,
Yeah,
that's another
I
thing.
don't see the trailers getting the views that like even Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon get once they revealed like information. Like, it's just
Well,
I don't see hype from
the initial
either of
Let's
the
Go
sides.
trailer actually got more views than Sun and Moon.
Yeah, but that's still, it's not like near the Pokemon Go trailer. It's not bringing that crowd in. They're not flocking to it.
Do
I don't
remember
think
though?
it's-
Do remember though that the Let's Go games, let's keep this in mind. The Let's Go games are coming to a home console, so of course it did get a lot of attention. People were sharing it like crazy. Of course it's going to get more attention than like the Sun and Moon games for the 3DS getting announced. Those got a lot of views as well. But
Yeah.
this is.
But I
slightly
don't think
different.
it's as crazy as it should be. I feel like.
No, but that's what I'm trying to get to. Is like there isn't any hype. Like I'm going to be frankly honest. There just isn't enough hype. Cool. We got Mega Evolutions. They're old Megas, so that's nothing new. There's nothing for me to be excited about there. In reality, it's just it's things we've already seen.
Like I remember there was more hype, like way more hype for even like X and Y. That was like.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because the X and Y games were the first ever like mainline 3D games. Like
That was like a big event.
Yeah, of course, they were
The
like
hype
it was a
was
huge deal.
so fun.
I think a lot of us were like really excited and hoping for some type of Pokemon Let's Go reveal to happen at Pokemon Worlds. As if you guys know, Pokemon Worlds was happening this weekend, so we were all hoping maybe they might reveal something new that can actually give some people an incentive to buy Pokemon Let's Go. But they just talked about the Detective Pikachu movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's sad.
No, but it's funny though because when you were watching the stream for Worlds like on YouTube, it was like I think it was saying like 20,000 people on YouTube or something watching.
Bro, I was in class. I couldn't see that live.
I don't know, but I was watching it, right? I was watching it, and I was like, there's a decent amount of people here. The moment they were done with the announcements and they went over to like the quote unquote tournament stuff and all that thing, like it just dropped from like 20,000 down to like 5,000. It's like everybody left because the people who were there, like all were spamming like, where's the video game? Where's like video game news? We want to know about Gen 8. Like where's 2019? And we were spamming. Of course, you're not going to get freaking 2019 news, you daft cunts. Like what are you expecting? But like I get that people were like, let's give us some information at least about Let's Go. You know what I mean? Let us see some new shit. But the thing though is, they're going to spread it out like the promotion. Let's be fair. They're going to show off every gym leader before release. It's just a fact. They're going to spread out the trailers all the way until release. And it's like, this is the thing, right?
We're getting one like every month.
I don't want to.
Yeah, but like there's nothing.
I don't even want to
be
see any more
about.
trailers. Like, dude, these are remakes. I know what I'm getting. I want to, because really the only thing that's gonna be exciting is seeing the new Kanto locations remade in like HD and 3D.
Exactly.
So if you show that in a trailer, like, dude, stop. Like, I don't want to see any more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna watch any more of the trailers. I might see them on my timeline, but I'm not watching any more trailers when the game comes out. I'm done.
That's totally.
That's
reasonable.
why you guys don't see me reporting on like news on my channel with Pokemon Let's Go, because like there's not much to talk about, and I don't want to spoil myself for the one thing I'm excited for, which is seeing.
I mean, you can't spoil yourself. It's Kanto.
It's already spoiled though. To be fair.
That's what I mean. I want to see the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, there are some visual aspects that look really nice. No, but there is another thing I want to get across though. Why the hype isn't there? We've kind of already established that. We already know what we're getting. But like,
I genuinely, I don't see buzz about Pokemon anymore. Like, it seems like it's kind of died down.
Yeah, no, but I was just gonna say is like Cerebi or like Joe Merrick was reporting on Twitter that like he has less traffic now. Well, no, yeah, he's having about the same and even less traffic now than during 2015. For anybody who doesn't remember 2015, it was
great
the
Pokemon drought.
The great Pokemon drought, where we had no main series game, no main series news. We had nothing. That was a shit year.
So there's something going on then. Like it's
no, but
did you guys also?
That's the point, dude. That's the issue, though. There's less interest in Let's Go than there was interest in a year where there was nothing. Exactly.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't I just don't see it there. Like and someone said in the chat with Titan Frost, which is a good point. Very simple, but he said Pokemon slightly died. I mean, it seems like it did. Like I'm not saying the franchise is dead or anything like that. It's not. But like I'm saying, just the buzz surrounding Pokemon is not there like it usually.
Did you guys see that there was actually someone, I think Amazon reported saying that the pre-orders for Let's Go were like very like at the bottom of like all the other video games.
Yeah,
Yeah, Smash Ultimate is actually like the #1 pre-order game of the year. They were saying too.
I think it was like 1 or 2.
Shout out Smash Bros. Yeah,
I reported
Smash
this
is gonna,
actually. So
Smash might actually demolish this game in sales, which
no, it already has.
It deserves to.
It already has.
Yeah, it's gonna. Because usually
No, it already
Pokemon
has.
outsells Smash.
I mean,
every
I
time.
think
Pokemon
if this
always
year-
outsells, but it's gonna be different. I think
If this year it was Gen 8, if it was Gen 8 and Smash Ultimate, then it would have been like a really big kind of
It
like
would've
close
been
battle.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but here's the
Next
thing.
year, Animal Crossing in Gen 8. Let's go right now.
Jeez. Okay, but regarding the pre-orders, because I actually reported on this, like the actual article and stuff. I'll say this: what's going on right now is that the Amazon like pre-orders are kind of like up and down. Like it's like basically Let's Go jumps from like being high up to low down. Currently, it's like this last week it had like a really high pre-order rate in North America, but in Europe and Japan it was still like super low. Like it was super low down on pre-order sales. And it's constantly fluctuating while Smash is consistently staying on the top. And then when you look at like the ComG score, which is basically like what the score, like the average score for the pre-orders is, I think I was sitting at like 30 to 90, like from 30 to 90 for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, while you have Smash sitting at 189. And the higher the better. So that's it's like double for Smash in terms of pre-orders, right? Like it's double the score.
Really
So
Smash
yeah.
deserves to
No.
demolish the
True.
game.
Straight up, Smash way more deserves it. I'm going to be frankly honest as well. But here's the thing, though, right? But you compare back to like Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon had a 300 to 500 score for pre-orders. You know what I mean?
Holy crap!
Like you see the difference there. It had more than even Smash currently has. But also we got to keep in mind, people pre-ordering Sun and Moon. There was more consoles in people's kind of people. There won't be more people that had their hands on a 3DS. Of course, it's going to be more pre-orders. With the Switch, there's less people that have one, so to say.
Also,
Funny,
the
like
thing
Sun
was,
and Moon probably.
you can go.
I was just gonna say it's kind of ironic. It seems like Sun and Moon did a better job at bringing in some of the Pokemon Go players. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Just
I was
saying,
gonna
that's
say
the team.
that Pokemon Sun and Moon actually had a lot of their sales that came from Pokemon Go. Because like Pokemon Go pretty much made Pokemon mainstream for that small time period, like July, when everybody was outside playing it. And then I think some people were like, I'm kind of interested in Pokemon again. Let me try out these new games. And I think they were talking about how they sold a lot of 3DSs because of that too.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, they always like the 3DS had already sold tons, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because the 3DS had already been in circulation for several years at that point. But they are actually like Sun and Moon are the third best selling 3DS titles of all time. With I think number one being Mario Kart, like one of the Mario Kart games, and then number 2 being Pokemon X and Y. So like Pokemon.
And New Leaf
Pokemon's
was in there somewhere. Shout out to Animal Crossing again.
Jeez, but it was doing. Those games were doing great. But now, of course, there's less people who own a Switch, and you were mentioning these games are for the casuals, and that they're not going to buy them. That's true, dude. The Pokemon Go community doesn't give 2 shits about the Let's Go games. They just don't give any.
Also,
because
is that
there's a reason
you
they play
who's
Pokemon
banging
Go.
a spoon on some glass right now?
That was not me.
What?
There's someone who I'm hearing who's like banging a spoon on some glass. It just sounds. I don't know if you guys heard that.
No,
You should not hear that.
it might be me. I'm eating a salad right now, so.
That's you. That was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, continue.
The end game keeps sense to nutrition. So.
Oh boy.
Okay.
No, but there just isn't any interest. Like the Pokemon Go community, there's a reason they're playing the game on mobile, because it's freaking free. That's the reason why the game did so well. It's a free game. You don't pay piss for it. Of course there's a lot of people, they're playing it, but don't assume that those people are going to translate over to sales of a Switch. Hell no. There's a reason those people play Pokemon Go, because it's free. They're not going to buy
it. I think the Switch is showing that what will bring people to the Switch is just and just making a good game. Like Odyssey was such a good game. Breath of the Wild was such a good game. That's what brought people in. And they were so ambitious, and yet all the everyone united to play them and enjoy them. I don't think there has to be like a casualization just to make it popular. Like, because Odyssey is like selling like crazy. And they made that like a sandbox game that like, Game Freak would like scream if they saw it. Like it would seem so complex.
Oh, dude, it gives Game Freak anxiety when they see it, dude.
Yeah,
straight up.
And Breath of the Wild and Odyssey, they're great games, very complex. There's a lot to do in them, and they did very well. I don't think there has to be, like, they don't have to sacrifice things to do well.
No, but it's like, why? Okay, why not just have instead of making? Because I'm gonna be honest, right? Why not instead of making the Let's Go games, you would have just dedicated that work power and those work hours, right, into the 2019 games and just given us nothing this year? Because I would have been complacent with that. In all honesty, I would have been like, you know what, hey, a year without any Pokemon game, cool. I've got Smash at least, right? There's at least something. But like now you're giving us just a product that literally everybody sees that like, oh, it's something that's going to hold us over. Wait a minute. Like, can we just think for a minute? We're literally calling something that we're going to spend $60 as just something that was going to keep us slightly busy while we wait for the better product. It shouldn't work that way. No, but like seriously, that's the stupidest thing I've heard. Like, it's okay, it's different if you're in a fucking restaurant, right, and you're getting your food, right? They give you like some bread or some shit, right, or something small to keep you busy.
We do get an appetizer.
Exactly, so you get something, right, like and then you get the main meal and shit, right? But this is different. You're not paying $60 individually for that, like that initial thing. An appetizer for me is like a demo. That's like what I see as like a quote unquote appetizer, not a full on fucking game that I'm paying $60 plus for. Like, that's not just something to chew on while I'm waiting for the bigger thing. Oh yeah, great. So I'm going to spend $120 on Pokemon games in the span of essentially give or take a year. It's like, no, you can't assume. If it's a game, it's supposed to have a standard, not just like, whatever. It's whatever. It's something to hold us over. Like, I hate that argument. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, if it's a product, if it's a game, you can't just call it something, to keep us over while we wait for the better thing. That's just stupid. That literally proves that the game is shit. Just without even playing it, that just proves that it's not a good game if it can't even hold itself up as a full-on product, but rather just a bit size to keep you busy while you're waiting for the better thing. That's just stupid. I don't understand that. It really baffles my mind. God, I ranted too hard. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's just pissing me off.
I think we took up all the time for Pokemon there.
I'm sorry.
But, I mean, just speaking of Pokemon, I guess there's just a few small things that we can talk about at the end here. Also, I was looking at Pokemon's Twitter while Ruffled was on his rant, and they did confirm that the next year's Pokemon Worlds are going to be in Washington, D.C., if anyone cares.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. It's close to me. Maybe I might be able to go.
Oh, yeah. Are you still in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm, like, close to Philly, so...
Yeah, you are.
So I could probably go there. It wouldn't be that far. But, yeah, I mean, also, I think the other thing in terms of Pokemon was those games that were posted on Amazon. I think, Ruffled, you were talking about that.
Wait, what now?
Remember you were saying
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, I reported on this a while back, but basically there was on Amazon a leak, an actual leak, not some rumor, but like an actual leak showing that there are basically a bunch of titles for like Switch games that have been put into their system, but like they haven't gotten their images and their proper names and stuff yet. But two of them were under the names of Pokemon _SW for Switch, then _3DS _Wii U. The Wii U part was added at a later time, so it wasn't there originally, but it was added later. So basically, the speculation right now for that leak from Amazon is that it's maybe going to be like ports. Like the same way they did ports for the Wii U. For anybody who doesn't know this, like they basically ported a bunch, or they did like virtual console type things, whatever you want to call them, for like different Pokemon games like Mystery Dungeon and stuff for the Wii U from like the 3DS and like from the Game Boy and stuff. So basically the speculation is that they're going to port some 3DS, Pokemon games and maybe even Wii U games over to the Nintendo Switch. So that's basically the speculation. We don't know yet what it could be, like which like spin-off games it could be, but hey, it's exciting.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but don't these usually end up bringing something out? Like usually a direct follows by when these lists start to appear for a few weeks.
Well,
I feel like it's happened before, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that the last time it happened though, that was like the E3 thing that happened? Because like I can't remember
Yeah.
like the last Amazon one. There was an Amazon one. You're right, but I don't think there was a direct that happened back then though. The
Yeah.
thing,
I mean,
I think it was maybe like I can't remember though, but
I think it was
I
an
don't know.
E3
I'm
thing
unsure.
though.
something like
I
that
don't know.
happened earlier this year too. Like if you guys remember the January direct that we had, like right before that January direct on Amazon, there were a whole bunch of listings.
Oh man.
So
So we might be seeing because I think all of us are expecting September direct
yeah, it's
with some
inevitably
stuff.
coming.
So
They have to talk about
mm.
like the fall games and all that. So
and I really wonder like what they're gonna do because I know that they said they're gonna talk about Yoshi, which is a 2019 game, later in the year in a separate event, which means there might be an event showcasing 2019 games. I don't know if that would be blended with their fall lineup and like a big 28, fall 2018 like direct. They're gonna split it up. There's a lot they could do. Like I don't know if they'll do like maybe like a September direct for the fall 2018 lineup, and then a
mhm.
Smash Bros direct, and then maybe after Smash, like right before Christmas break, do like a 2019 event. I don't know,
And that's
but I would
actually
like to see some 2019 stuff. Like I'm one because we don't know what's going to go down
mhm.
at all.
and
All we know is that Pokemon's.
that's a
That's
pretty
it.
good
And
transition
Yoshi.
because I think we can talk about some of the rumors and things that I think people are expecting for a Nintendo Direct to happen in September. And one of the rumors that did come out, I don't know if you guys saw this, was New Super Mario Bros. The Wii U game is supposedly going to be ported onto the Switch sometime this year, and it's going to be called New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, I think, or New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, something like
Yeah,
that. And I think this
yeah,
was
I heard about that.
yeah, and this was reported
It's gonna
by
have new Super Luigi U.
yeah, this was reported by the same people I think who knew about like Mario plus Rabbids and stuff like that. So do you guys
Yeah,
think it's happening or
yup.
you feel like it
I'm
is?
100% sure. I think that's like even if this rumor, even regardless of this rumor, like Nintendo's continuing to do remasters. We haven't gotten a 2D Mario on the Switch yet. What better way than to honestly support?
I was kind of hoping for a new one, but I mean I guess this could work.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, we could see. I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to see.
they
But
they pretty much ported the entire Wii U library onto Switch, so it wouldn't surprise me. I
I don't
mean,
know. It's easy money for them, so they're
yeah,
doing
I
it.
mean I don't know. New Super Mario Bros. U for me personally wasn't my favorite out of all of them. I like the DS one.
That's my favorite
That's
too.
that's my
Yeah,
favorite one
it's nostalgic. Oh,
because all the bosses were actually like unique instead of just the Koopalings.
yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that was like one of my favorites, and like then you had that like turtle item where you could turn into the turtle.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. But I mean, I
I
guess.
think. Oh, go on.
Hmm?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I hope this has online multiplayer. That would be cool. They have their online service coming out. They could drop it with the online service.
Uh,
That would be so crazy though. Like if you could play with like a friend who's far away and you could both get through like the main game together.
Yep,
But I don't
I
think
think that
Nintendo will
that
ever
would be
do
a good
that.
sales point. I know,
That would be so cool though.
I know. Yeah. You were you gonna say Ultra?
I've played Tomorrow Rose U. I had an okay time with it, and I didn't really enjoy it that much.
Hmm.
Um, Personally, if they did like a port, I really wouldn't care. I don't know if they would even charge like full price for it. Like I don't know. Like I mean, we really have a lot of ports on the Switch. Like I mean, like BK Tropical Freeze and Mario Kart 8 and a whole bunch of others. But
Yep.
you know,
If they
I
did,
don't
Oh,
if they did
they'll
port it,
charge full price.
if they did port
They'll
it, would you
charge full
buy it
price.
again?
probably not.
Hmm.
If they did, oh wait, what did you say? Did you say online? Because I was gonna ask them. Would you guys get it if it had online and then a whole new world, and then on top of that, like the new Super Luigi U bundled in? Would you guys get it then?
Uh, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe, but I'm
I
not
mean,
really big
because the
into
Wii
them
U
up.
one is still pretty recent. Like that's why I feel like if they did the DS one or the Wii one, then I mean I might get it. But I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, the DS.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like next year we see Super Mario 3D World also get ported onto the Switch.
Yeah, I actually kind of want that
Because that's like a
alongside
3D Mario game, but with like multiplayer in it. So
yeah, and I would want online multiplayer added, but because that game, I don't want like another 3D Mario game that's brand new in that style. So I would like to see people like port of the Wii U version, like a new world, and call it a day. Because I really do like the 3D world, but at the same time, I don't want like a new style. I would like to see just more games like Odyssey and more like games like Sunshine 64, all that.
yeah, I like the open like sandbox type of game.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, if they wanted to do the 3DS type, then just port it on instead of making a full-on new one.
Yeah.
But
One thing's for sure, I wish we would get more like 3DS type ports, like Kid Icarus Uprising. I would really like that to be remade for the or brought over to the Switch because it works so well.
yeah, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I think didn't Sakurai work on that game, so
Uh huh.
I think that's
Like
it makes
now
sense.
it's remake.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys have any other predictions for like what you want to see in a Nintendo Direct?
I think there's this one game. I think it was like a Fire Emblem type game. It's called Wargroove. I don't know if they would show that at the was it the Nindies Direct?
You said Fire Emblem?
It's called Wargroove. It's like it's very like
Oh, it's like Fire Emblem?
War
Yeah.
Groove?
Oh yeah, you think they might show that? Yeah, that's cool.
I think they could probably do that. But like, do you guys have any like ports or in terms of like first party
Are we
titles?
talking?
Like
We're talking strictly 2018.
well, like in the direct, just like anything like in terms of the direct with like 2018 stuff and early 2019 stuff. What do you expect?
Well,
Because remember last year during the direct they confirmed like big third party games as well, like Wolfenstein and Doom and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a
yeah,
big third party game like that as well.
for sure. Grand Theft Auto 5 maybe. Hearing that all.
That would be crazy. I
Yeah.
would buy it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty insane.
I would buy it. And I mean, I feel like it could work because it's been on PS3.
Yeah, and Xbox like it could definitely work.
But I
It's a
mean,
big
it's not going to be
franchise.
on.
LA Noir.
But they don't
LA
want to put it
Noir
on
was
Switch.
so.
Yeah. That's why.
I think. I mean, we're literally getting like Saints Row, which is like kind of.
Oh yeah, I saw
like
that.
Grand Theft Auto.
hmm
Yeah,
That's
So, I mean,
crazy.
I could really, and it would be huge. Like I could see them taking Grand Theft Auto, putting it on the Switch, putting like Mario Custom. We've talked about this before on the podcast, but like doing little things and dropping that, and it would sell really well.
And then it would be amazing if you could do like crossplay with your friends and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
But I mean,
there's a lot they could do.
but then Sony doesn't want to do it because Sony always wins.
Well, no, no, but that's Rockstar though. Not...
But like they'd still have to control like on their servers like how many people they can.
Oh yeah, the crossplay. Okay,
Yeah, the crossplay stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, besides that though, I don't really feel like there's a lot of other big things that they could show in terms of first party. I think Nintendo's really just banking on Smash this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's gonna be some kind of showcase showing games that are coming next year. So I do wonder what could be shown. Like, could we see Bayonetta 3? Could we see, Fire Emblem Three Houses? That's pretty likely, I would say, because it's a spring 2019 title.
Yeah, I can see that.
Animal Crossing finally gets announced. Like, I hope that they pull something like they did with Smash, where they do a little CGI trailer at the end, and they say, "Okay, it's coming. Now shut up." Like, please do that with Animal Crossing, please. New Super Mario Bros. Some third-party games. Like, I feel like we could get like a genuinely huge event, just at random this year.
I feel like though, if Animal Crossing, they'd probably like have it at a big end of like a spring direct next year, like what they did with Smash this year.
So you're saying like a spring direct?
Like, because you know how we got the spring direct
my
this year.
headphones unplugged. Sorry.
Because like we got a spring direct this year, and then they revealed Smash Bros at the end of it in March. I feel like that's what they would do with Animal Crossing next year. Like,
Yeah.
they'd probably have some type of direct that would happen like in April or March of next year, and then they'd probably end it with Animal Crossing or some big game that everybody wants.
Unless it's like because a lot of the times Animal Crossing games will come out like in summer. New Leaf came out like June. Maybe they could announce it. I don't know. Yeah.
Someone in the chat was saying an Overwatch port, and this was actually interesting because I was reading about this. But if you guys don't know, the developers behind Overwatch, Blizzard, last year when people kept asking about an Overwatch port, they were like, it can't work, the Switch is too underpowered, and it doesn't work. But now they interviewed them again, and they were like, oh yeah, it's possible, but it would be up to the developers. So, you guys think that Overwatch could potentially end up coming to the Switch?
Yeah, I think so. Since like they already have, what's that game called?
Paladin.
Yeah, Paladins. They already have that game.
They said
Yeah,
that.
I think it's gonna come.
That's different though. I have to kind of interject there. I've been quiet for a while. Paladins is a game that, in all honesty, though, is less graphically demanding. To be fair, as someone who's
I don't.
played both of the games,
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it, even if it looks like trash.
no,
Like
no, they will.
they're gonna do it.
They
Yeah,
will, because there's a big reason to why they will though. Because Overwatch is actually falling heavily in popularity. The game has like lost so many players, and like the overall popularity for the game is like kind of swindled downwards.
Oh, it's
So
that gosh
so
dang
releasing
Fortnite, man.
yeah.
it's killing everything, dude. No, but it has dropped in popularity by a mile. You know, for a while now. It's been out for like what 3 years almost now, which is freaking insane when you think about it. But it's dropping hardcore in popularity. So bringing it to the
Yeah.
Switch, like that would boost it like crazy, like straight up. It would just be because people would be like, dude, I can play Overwatch on a Switch, portable. Damn, boy, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Yeah, that's like one of the third-party games that I would love to see on the Switch. Um, that
That'd
and,
be lit.
that and Kingdom Hearts, but
Yep. Kingdom Hearts could possibly. Kingdom Hearts 3, I think that could possibly switch, but later on.
yeah, they didn't say anything about it like not being possible on Switch. They just said they wanted to focus on Xbox and PS4 first.
Yeah, and you look at those games. It's been taking forever to make the game. Like so obvious.
Yeah, he was so confident that it was going to be a 2018 game, and it still got delayed to 2019.
I know. Yeah.
I remember there was like
Yeah.
that interview where he's like, "If you keep asking me," he's like, "I will actually delay it to 2019," and he still ended up doing it. But
Yep. At least it's finally gonna come out soon.
and I mean, it's not that like too late into 2019. Also, first month,
Yeah.
so it can't be that bad.
Yep. Especially when you have Smash.
But yeah, I mean, I guess besides that, now we can talk about the Nindies showcase. And I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff to add to this, but I mean, maybe you guys do. But Nintendo did announce that there's going to be a Nindies showcase, I think, on Tuesday from now. I think like in 2 days from now, it's going to be on Tuesday. And they're going to talk about some indie games. So do you guys have any predictions for what you think we could expect?
As I was saying earlier, Wargroove.
That game that you were
Hopefully
talking
shows
about.
up. Yeah.
I think,
A Hat in Time, I think we'll see, because they announced it for Switch, but we haven't really gameplay of it. We'll probably get a release date too.
yeah, I think we're going to get the release date for the Travis touchdown game.
Yeah. Undertale, we'll probably see. That.
Oh yeah, true. Undertale will get a release date. But besides that,
I'm not too huge in the indies, but like,
yes,
I'm not gonna put them.
yeah,
they're
same.
doing
Like
their
I'll be
thing,
honest,
but,
like I play a few indie games, but not like so many. So.
Yeah, I'm into the big one.
But I mean, besides that, I mean, if you guys don't have anything to add, we can probably just move on to the viewer questions and then wrap it up. I mean, so no one's got
Looks
anything
like
else?
Relic is just. It's like, nope.
Rowlett's like, it's not about Pokemon, so I can't talk anything right now.
No, I'm just being quiet and looking up like solutions for my eye infection.
All right. So, all right, we can go through some of the viewer questions then, I guess. I'm gonna check the
Ask us some questions, y'all.
gonna check the Discord right now, see if we got any in the channel, and then if not, we'll start taking some from the chat. So
Someone says they want to see Shantae reveal.
that would be crazy if we got a Shantae reveal at the end of the Nindies thing.
Yeah,
But I don't think it'll happen.
me too.
I mean, yeah, it would be
I
crazy
just
though.
don't see.
I mean,
Yeah,
not Shantae. I just don't think there'll be a reveal at the end of Nindies.
yeah.
Shantae, I still feel like has a pretty decent chance, maybe. Because
Yeah,
with, with putting Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, it kind of shows that Sakurai is not like anti-indie game.
yeah,
So because of that, maybe.
yeah.
But yeah, we got one question
Shantae
here.
doesn't have like a.
We got a question in the Discord from Alcast saying, "What ports do you guys want to see for the Nintendo Switch, be it from a Wii U or a re-release?"
Kid Icarus Uprising. I said that earlier, but the online multiplayer on that is so good too. Maybe add some new stages. Storyline's so good. Just add like little what's it called? HD Rumble. Add like different things. Re-release it. I think that game needs another shot because it would do really well on this thing. And a lot of people I feel like haven't played it, and it sucks. It really gives more attention. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now. I don't know what other big games that I would like to see get ported onto the Switch? Do you guys have any? Ultra, Rowlet,
Wait, Pokemon 2, what now?
like any ports that you want to see on the Switch.
Ooh, what's that game called again? Give me one sec. God, take somebody else while I figure this out. Give me a sec.
Has anyone here played Kid Icarus Uprising?
I played a little bit of it. I think I got like halfway through and then I just stopped playing.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, I heard the ending is good though. I should probably start playing that
The
game again.
storyline is so good, and the dialogue. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ultra?
I was thinking like, hopefully like again like the Overwatch thing, like that'd be nice. Like I would really like Overwatch.
Mm-hmm. I think for the longest time I wanted Fortnite, but that's already there. So
I remember now. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. That's what I would want to see ported.
Mystery
I mean,
Dungeon.
they ported the Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team to Wii U, so I wouldn't see an issue with Super Mystery Dungeon being on, whatchamacallit, the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
Any third party games?
Ooh, third party games. God, I mean,
Fallout 3, I would like.
Fallout 3.
I mean, they already. Oh, dude, I would love to see Fallout 76 on there. Like,
I love how
anyone
Bethesda's
else?
like, we love the
That would
Switch and we
probably
love
break the
porting games,
system.
but they don't want to bring Fallout.
Well, that's also because, like, let's be fair, their engine is
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So like every time they make some graphical improvements, it's like it's hard for them to port that shit over. So it wouldn't really surprise me. But I mean, they've got like Fallout New Vegas and shit they could port over. Like they're old games, but like it would be pretty cool to play them on. Like, hey, Skyrim gets a port to a refrigerator, so if they can do that for Skyrim, they can freaking give us like the old Fallout games on the Switch. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And if you're listening
Yeah,
to
at the
this
very
live,
least,
make
Fallout.
sure that everyone in the comments, you can let them know that was a joke. Because I swear to God, someone is going to answer and say, wait, they ported Skyrim to the fridge?
No, it's a joke from the E3 presentation.
I know,
Anyone who doesn't
but
know.
there will be a guy.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Yeah,
I'll tweet
true
about
that.
it when it happens.
Oh man, no, but like, I mean, Fallout would be cool. I mean, we already know Doom Eternal is going to be on there because that's already been confirmed. The same guys who did the other port.
I know, I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, the new game, it's looking sick, dude. What else
I
is
just-
there though?
I just randomly remember the one that I actually want. Like, number one is Wind Waker HD.
Windmaker.
Yeah, I want that to just port it over from the Wii U to just like a port of a remake, I guess. But holy crap, I love Wind Waker. So I would love that.
Yeah, Windmaker would be nice. Someone was saying Xenoblade Chronicles X from the Wii U.
Ooh,
It'd be nice.
I think people
never
would like
I
that.
think
Played it on the Wii.
Xenoblade
Actually,
1 would be better.
Xenoblade 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I want-
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 based off of Xenoblade Chronicles 1?
I don't want to spoil too much, but
Like, do the stories connect in some way, or?
yeah, they do connect in some way.
Okay.
I want like this. I want GameCube games to finally get ported, like just
Mhm.
on the eShop.
A proper virtual
was-
console.
Yeah, it was so weird how with the Wii U they did the virtual console like literally they did Wii games but not the GameCube, which was strange. Like you could play Wii games on there, but yet they made a Wii virtual console before GameCube.
Mhm.
What do y'all have against it?
Someone was saying in the channel, do you think Smash Ultimate can win Game of the Year? Unfortunately, I don't
Isn't it
think
gonna be
so.
They will not give it to Smash Ultimate since it's like a.
Isn't there going to be a cutoff though? Like, because the Game Awards I think happen.
Oh,
Like,
it happens
the
like
day of. Or,
I think
like,
yeah, you're right. Because Smash comes out the
Yeah.
day after the Game Awards.
Yeah, so there's no way it can be even
Yeah,
nominated.
it would have to be nominated for next year's Game of the
Yeah,
because that's
To
how
be
that's
fair,
like
though-
what's happening to PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds this year.
But to be fair though, even if it does, like even if it did come up before the Game Awards,
Mhm.
I still think they would give it because
No, I agree with you. Yeah,
because the game that would get it this year is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's
That's
like,
what I was
it's
thinking,
Just
yeah.
it's just guaranteed that's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
next year, unfortunately though, it's gonna be Last of Us 2. I mean, it's gonna take that top spot. So Yeah, I don't know.
How great would it
I
be if we
remember
got
Nintendo
our
Ultra's nickname for that game that he said in a video. I won't repeat it, but he can if he wants to.
how great would it be if next year we got our very first game of the year Pokemon game?
Oh yeah, that's
Wouldn't that be
that's
amazing?
as that's as unlikely as Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee having a decent amount of content in them. You know.
Someone was also saying in the chat God of War has a good chance of winning game of
Yeah,
the year.
it does. Yeah,
That's pretty
this
true.
year it's like it's God of War or Red Dead Redemption, but I think it's more on the Red Dead Redemption side because it's Rockstar. What the hell do you expect? Like they make insane. I mean, beyond their scummy practices, but like microtransactions. You know, beyond that, they make some of the coolest shit ever. Though, like their games are always big, huge, and sprawling.
Yeah, I think it's free that they're both going to be nominated.
Yeah, definitely.
hmm
Oh, we'll also see Fortnite up there. That's guaranteed.
Didn't that come out last year though?
Yeah, but like the Fortnite Battle Royale only really picked up steam this year. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like it picked up steam in like the end of November and like throughout December. That's when it picked up like a bit of steam, but then it just steamrolled, through January, February, March, April. Like it just steamrolled through those months, becoming like the biggest thing in the world.
hmm
But yeah, I don't know. But Red Dead Redemption definitely taking the home spot though. That's guaranteed.
I remember 2016, dude. Like there were like barely any good games out, so I think Overwatch was like the only good game, so it won Game of the Year.
And this year it's like God of War, Smash,
Yeah,
and
this year's
Red Dead
pretty good in
Redemption.
terms of like video games.
Spider-Man might be nominated.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's looking good. Yeah. Though it's a like a movie based video game, so it's like I don't know how
No,
likely it is to.
it's like Batman Arkham that was nominated.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. I
Yeah, it's
didn't
gonna be
think
like
about
that on that tier. It's not gonna be like a movie.
Huh. Okay. No,
Arkham.
I was just thinking because like sometimes games that are based on movies tend to be kind of less looked upon well because they
Yeah.
tend to sometimes be slightly on the shittier side. As
This is gonna be not based on a movie. This is based off like
yeah, no, it's
comics,
it's
like
an
Arkham
original.
was.
It's an original story.
Yeah.
I get it. No, but I don't know.
Probably
Red
be
Dead
like
taking up,
Spider-Man and Red Dead.
Was someone gonna say something? I forget.
No, I think it was done.
Okay. All right. So let me look through the chat here. I think. Oh, here's a great question. Is the Switch worth buying?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean,
I
In-
mean, this, in my opinion, like this year's been kind of like lame for the Switch, but yeah, like there's so many games on it that you need.
Yeah,
Like,
you still got
Odyssey, you
all of
need
like last
Breath of
year's
the Wild, you
lineup to
need-
play.
Smash Ultimate is coming. Yeah, you need hands down. Like,
there,
no
there
question.
is there is enough now to where because usually I would never tell anybody to buy like a console that's only into its like second year of existence just early on, But like they have so many so many games. There is one issue though. There are a lot of indie games on the Switch, like loads of them it seems like. But I'm just not seeing enough third party. Like I mean, people keep saying like but indies or whatever, they're also third party. Sure, but I'm talking about like triple A, third party games. That's I need
You should
some
have
more
seen
of
the
that
Wii U era.
because
This is like
no,
That's
it's
way
true. No,
worse
that's
than
true.
that
It's true. True. I will say
Yeah.
the Switch definitely worth buying. You've got Smash coming out. You already have like, you've got Mario Kart if you're looking for that. You've got
And Mario Kart's gonna have DLC coming to it. Mark my
you,
words.
you
There's
got,
gonna be new
you've got
stages.
you've got an
You think paid
amazing
DLC?
Mario.
Yeah, the Mario Kart director said that there's more content coming for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think they're gonna do more DLC.
I feel like they kind of meant that with like the Labo stuff, because like you see how all the trailers with like Labo being playable.
We'll see, but like with how popular, like it was the fastest selling Mario Kart game in history. I
That's
think
true,
they're gonna
yeah.
do more DLC.
I really
even
kind
though
of
it's
wish they would
a
just make
port.
a sequel, like a full-on Mario Kart 9.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you have this game with so much content already, it might be easier to just build upon it.
Yeah, I think we might get a Mario Kart 9 maybe like a little later in like a year or two.
I don't think we'll get one, but we'll see.
It would be crazy
I
though.
think
If
they'll wait.
I don't know how I would feel though if they make a port as the only Mario Kart experience on this.
But at the same time, if they did like 32 stages with DLC, that would be amazing.
What if they make a Mario Kart Ultimate and bring back all the future characters and stuff like that?
That'd be
No.
insane.
Yeah,
Bring back like Rob from Mario Kart DS and Honey Queen and all the characters, and then have all the tracks.
good.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, let me see what other questions people were saying. What would Nintendo reveal at the Game Awards this year?
Oh yeah,
Last year
probably
they
something
revealed
interesting.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, that was pretty big too. Like no one expected that at all. They just dropped the bomb out of nowhere. So
Hmm.
probably something interesting that we might be something predictable, might not be, might be something completely new. Maybe we'll see Bayonetta 3
I
gameplay
mean,
there.
it is one day before Smash Ultimate comes out. Do you think they could reveal their final character there?
That'd be cool, but like it'll probably be leaked before then. So
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't Yoshi supposed to come out this year and it never happened? It got delayed.
Hmm.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they said they're
they
gonna
delayed
talk
that.
about it in
Yeah.
a separate event.
So they could
later
talk
this
about
year.
Yoshi, or
They
like
wouldn't show that
show a
on the Game Awards, I
trailer.
don't think.
They could show a new Yoshi trailer at the Game Awards.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like their audience. I think they showed something though. I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as big because I don't know how big of a.
I think it would be on the more hardcore side, like Bayonetta 3 or like some kind of Zelda thing. I don't know, like maybe a Skyward Sword remake.
Yeah, even like a tease of just Metroid Prime 4 or something like that would be huge.
Yeah, yeah, and they were saying too with Metroid Prime 4 that they don't want to tease it anymore. They're like the next time we see it, it's gonna have gameplay. They could change their mind, but
Hmm.
and that's why it wasn't at E3. Like because we already got the tease, now they're just making it, and once it looks really good, sure.
Oh, do you guys think that there's going to be a Metroid Prime trilogy this year?
I hope so.
I would want one. I would buy it.
There needs to be one because like the Switch fans need to get ready for it.
Exactly. Like I think it would be like good to help you wait for Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, and the Prime trilogy is like something that, like the Prime series, not a lot of people have played for Nintendo standards anyway. Like a lot of people played them, but they didn't sell, you know, crazy
Yeah,
numbers.
Metroid
So
games
like,
don't sell that well usually.
yeah, so with all the hype surrounding the Switch, they could capitalize on it and maybe make this like a selling game, and then that would bring in even more people to Metroid Prime 4.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Do you guys have anything you just want to discuss before we wrap it up? Because I'm trying to look through some of the questions here. I don't see anything else that seems particularly interesting.
I'm gonna scroll through Wii
Yeah,
Sports
yeah.
Collection. Someone said, yeah.
Wii Sports.
Yeah, I actually love Wii Sports.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, I would buy another one.
Bro, I was talking to my friend about this. The thing is, Wii Sports, because of how the Wii sold so much, Wii Sports is like sitting on that list of like best-selling video games of all time. And with the
Yup.
way the Switch is selling so well, I was just saying if they initially packed in 1-2 Switch, it might have had the chance of beating Wii Sports. It's just not going to happen now because there's so many Switches out there where people don't have 1-2 Switch already.
And it just wouldn't have been fun if 1-2 Switch was one of the best-selling games, because fuck that game, it's so shitty.
Yeah, no one likes
God.
that game.
God, like,
Wii
is it
Sports
so
is a
hard?
game.
Yeah,
Bro,
that is.
if you
like,
spent
Wii
money
Sports
on
was
1-2
so
Switch, that's almost as bad as spending money to watch Logan Paul versus KSI.
good. Who the hell, my boy? You know I got that scuffed illegal stream for you. Don't you worry.
That
We all
totally
watch
do
it.
not watch because we don't advocate for piracy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cough cough. Oh man. Oh man.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think there's anything else to mention though. I mean, we can shit on Pokemon for an hour. I could do that.
Why not? No questions?
when
No-
Smash Bros comes out, which character are you gonna all pick first?
Snake.
Well,
You can't play as him.
no, you can't play as him. You only got the original 8.
Oh yeah, shit. You're right. I forgot about that.
Good thing for me, my main Yoshi's already there.
Oh,
I would say
Fuck it. I'll play Mario.
I think Mario's gonna be the character I choose too.
Hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean he's
The first
easiest
character I
one.
played as though was Ridley because I played the game.
Oh, did you guys see? I was actually. This is good because someone mentioned Smash Bros. Did you guys see that today? Apparently, Best Buy was talking, or Best Buy leaked something where it looks like the amiibos for characters are gonna unlock the characters in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you guys see that?
Oh no.
It looks like if you buy like a Wolf amiibo and scan it in, you can unlock Wolf in Smash Ultimate.
God.
I mean, I'm still gonna play it the right way. But
Yeah, no, but God,
what
that's
I'm
gonna
hearing.
lead to a clusterfuck in stores, dude.
Oh no. I already have a bunch of the amiibo though, so I don't care.
I only have Yoshi.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wait,
The
somebody.
one character that I want to unlock instantly,
Wait.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Oh, I have an important thing that I want to mention. Somebody mentioned, Alka has mentioned ROMs. This is an important conversation. I don't know if everybody knows this, but Nintendo hammered down on Love ROMs and Emu Paradise, basically websites that host like ROMs of different games, a lot of Nintendo games. They shut them. They sued them. They're suing Emu Paradise, and trying to they were trying to sue them, and there was some update to that. Basically what's happening now is that they're trying to settle out of court, or they're trying to settle it as smoothly as possible, so that they're not going to have to dish out a bunch of money, etc., etc. Basically they're just going to shut down Emu Paradise, which already has been screwed over as is, and Love ROM is being shut down as well. So if anybody doesn't know, basically Nintendo's going hardcore after websites that host ROMs. Basically, if you're looking to play Fire Red, Leaf Green, or whatever, I would recommend try to find scuffed downloads quickly, because they're gonna shut down the websites as well. So just get your downloads, save them in a folder somewhere. It's 15 kilobytes or some shit. Actually, that's 50 megabytes. It's nothing. Just save it in a I don't know, a freaking document, just so you have it, because they're shutting it down hardcore. They're clamoring down intensely on whatchamacallit, ROM websites.
This poor stream, you were cursing on it, and now you're advocating for piracy on it.
Oh, dude, I don't give a shit. No. Here's the thing, right? If Nintendo provided a way to get these games for a reasonable price, in an easier manner, sure. But they don't give us all those games.
And I mean, we all did buy the games back when they did come out.
Yeah,
I bought it.
Straight up, I'm going to tell you this. There isn't a single Pokemon YouTuber right now who does Let's Plays who's playing with a bought version of a freaking, Game Boy game. Because you can't even record those games unless you use a camera onto your console, which is the stupidest shit ever. So, of course, you download a ROM and, that's how you do it. So, it's if Nintendo provided a good alternative, sure, but they don't really do it. So, I don't see a point in, hey, let me just make sure that I go and buy a copy from some dude for an inflated ass price. Just screw that. It's just download it online.
Let me see if I can find this picture. But there was apparently there was a Smash Bros. Ultimate bundle that was leaked.
Oh,
did you guys see that? I want to see if I can find the picture.
Yeah. I thought that was fake.
It's on Amazon actually. It's on Amazon.
No. One with the Nintendo Switch system, and special Joy-Cons and stuff.
Okay,
let me see if I can find it.
Hey, did you guys hear about that weird thing with Bandana Wall D, where if you scan his amiibo into Woolly World, it mentions that it works with full games, but it only works with one game, and so people are thinking that it might be because it also works with Smash Bros. And that actually happened with Daisy.
Wait, which one?
Bandana Waldi. If you scan, I think it's Bandana Waldi. If you scan his amiibo, I think in a Yoshi's Woolly World, it mentions that he's from multiple games, and they did this with Daisy, and that was before Daisy was confirmed.
I didn't know about this, but
yeah, I thought it was interesting.
All right, I'm gonna find the picture right now. But I mean, I feel like a Smash Ultimate bundle makes a ton of sense.
Graphics on it reminded me of the limited edition Smash 3.
Oh, here we go. I found the picture. All right. Let me just add it into the stream. Do you guys think that the Switch is going to get a price drop sometime this holiday? You think it's still going to be the same price?
It's selling well still, and with Smash coming,
it's the best-selling console of August so far as well, so they're not dropping that price whatsoever.
I don't think there's going to be a price drop unless they make a whole new, way better than the Switch, and you know what I mean,
unless it's a Switch Pro, right?
That's what I mean. Yeah, a Switch Pro, but.
Yeah, but here's the picture. I put it on screen.
Yup. It looks kind of weird from my...
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Yeah, now it's on there.
Yeah, one sec. I just gotta remove that.
I thought that was like fake at first.
It looked
Guess
fake,
not.
but then I mean,
Yeah, because like anyone can just take a picture of the computer and yeah, but
apparently
I
it was
guess it
on
has some credibility to it.
some French website, and like you could
Yeah.
see on the Switch system itself, like it's got some artwork from Smash Ultimate, and then the Joy Cons have like the Smash logo, like with the cross going through them. It would be pretty cool. I mean, I could see it happening. I feel like there's a missed opportunity if they don't do that.
Yeah, they did it with the 3DS, so maybe they'll repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're pushing it with how hard they're pushing this game. There probably has to be kind of
Yeah, this is their game that they're expecting to probably like make the most sales this year.
yeah.
Hmm. I just hope that the Joy Cons you'd be able to get them separately.
I know.
Like if you can't get those Smash logo Joy Cons and you have to buy the bundle, that's gonna suck.
Even the dock looks really cool.
Yeah, the dock looks nice too because it's got like artwork. I think you can see like Kirby there and Pikachu.
And Villager.
Hmm. So yeah, hopefully that turns out to be true. I mean, I don't know. Anyone could always just edit stuff and make it look real, but all right, let me look through the chat and see if
Someone said Nintendo Switch revision 2019 or 2020.
oh yeah, did you guys see all those rumors? I saw like people were talking about that, like the 4K
People got
Switch
really
and all
mad,
that. Like,
too,
come on,
over that
bro.
one,
Like
yeah.
a 4K
Yeah.
Switch is not happening. Like,
Yeah. I think Ultra did a video on it too, saying like,
yeah, I think I saw that one.
yeah.
You're like, it's time to stop believing in this stuff.
Oh, that oh man, the
It's
4K,
clearly fake.
Yeah.
4K.
I mean, I think something like that should and will happen though.
The Switch was in
But-
4K, it would have 10 minutes of battery life. Like that's not
Well, I
even.
mean, it could be like docked 4K, but not 4K.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's gonna be some. I mean, it would just make sense to do some kind of revision. Since the hardware isn't like hugely beefy, then they could just make a new version of it, like they did the new DS, and like Sony does with the PS4 Pro, and Xbox does with the Xbox One X.
Do you guys know what the gap was between the 3DS's launch and then the new 3DS's launch? Like how many years that was?
Like 3, I think.
I'm gonna look up when the new 3DS came out because I know the
I
original
Remember
came
the
out
3DS XL came out a year after. Yes, the 3DS XL came out pretty fast.
because the original 3DS came out in 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
3DS XL came out 2012. 2DS came out I think 2013, and then new Nintendo 3DS came out 2014.
2015.
Or no, 2015. Yeah, early 2015.
So it came out 4 years after.
February 13th. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
yeah, so the new 3DS came out 4 years after the original 3DS came
Yeah.
out. So I would feel like maybe 2021, 2020 if we're getting a Switch revision at all. I don't think.
No.
I don't know. Maybe it could be something a little earlier. Do you guys definitely think though that the competitors like Xbox and PlayStation are going to have their next systems out next year, right?
I think it's gonna be next year, 2020, but I feel it coming. You can tell they're starting to get ready for it. Sony's E3 was definitely that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like a PlayStation 5 and whatever the other one is going to be called are definitely going to be close now.
Yeah.
Because didn't like Bethesda say in their E3 like that this is going to be a next gen game? Like they pretty much confirmed it's not even going to be on PS4 and Xbox One.
For Elder Scrolls, yeah, and the new IP too.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? Like they did this, the reveal for the new IP. Like we don't even know what that is, and they did some like, CGI trailer. Like we don't even know what it is. But like we should see gameplay first. I feel like, but Elder Scrolls made sense though because it's so popular. But
Yeah, and people kept asking for it.
Yeah.
Let's be fair though, Bethesda doesn't make good games. It's the studios that work for Bethesda that make the good games. Let's just be fair. Just when you think about it. Because Obsidian makes the superior products when they outsource work to them. I don't know why I want to say this, just like shitting on Bethesda sometimes, but I love them.
I mean,
Anyway, what are we at?
they won E3 this year, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, they definitely fucking did. Everybody else got shafted. You see fucking Ubisoft doing their shit?
Man, it's,
Freaking Finnish guy like falling over that TV and breaking it. Oh, it was hilarious. But their games are shit.
Remember when they showed like Beyond Good and Evil, and then at the end, the developers were like, "Yeah,
That's
we
the
did it." The mic wasn't off.
Oh yeah, dude. We nailed it. We nailed it. It was was so adorable. The chat was just like
Yeah,
the
it was
chat
kind of
was
cute.
loving it.
I
Yeah, it was
know.
adorable. But it
Yeah.
didn't nail it though. Let's be fair.
Someone was
I'm looking
asking.
forward to that game. I don't know what's going to come out though.
Dude,
Shout out to Beyond Good and
have you
Evil.
seen the like proper gameplay like for it though? Beyond that, they showed there like the actual gameplay they
I
showed
didn't
like.
even understand what I was looking at. Like honestly,
Dude, the game
but this
is
developer's
like,
so good. Like
Okay.
they make like the Rayman game, which are all like all masterpieces. They make like the first Beyond Good and Evil was really good, so it could be really really good.
dude. Think about this though. You remember oh man, you remember No Man's Sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That
Okay,
game.
so yeah, no, but it was a shit fest. But like, imagine the scale of No Man's Sky. That's what they're doing for like Beyond Good and Evil. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what they're doing for the game. 'Cause
Which
when
is
you look at
definitely
the
going to be a PS5 game and Xbox whatever.
No, I think it'll be fit. I mean, yeah, you're right. But
But they
first of all,
haven't
we
clarified
need to know.
what platforms at this point in time. News is coming in the ambition behind this
I mean,
project.
they could just do the GTA 5 thing and re-release it later.
Maybe.
I do wonder what the like PS5 is going to look like. Either way, no, but like Beyond Good and Evil,
You'll probably
that game is
find
going
out
to be
next
insane.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
probably
think,
will.
yeah,
Yeah.
even if it's not coming out next year, I definitely think we'll get a reveal of it. At
I
least I
want more
feel like.
Rayman love too. Rayman's so underrated. It's not even.
Oh yeah, but worst E3. What was that company called? Square Enix. Oh boy, that was horrible.
I'm glad that was the only one I didn't.
I didn't see
'Cause I
that
don't
one.
care about Square Enix. I don't.
I streamed it. It was depressing. It was so pointless. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
you
yeah,
were all this year.
let us show you Kingdom Hearts 3 for the 5th time. Cool. Oh,
I hope E3 next year is more fun.
Someone was saying, do you think Doom Eternal will be on the Switch? Didn't that already get confirmed?
Yeah, it was already
it's
confirmed.
confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's being made, but
So-
it's being
so-
ported by the same people who ported the previous Doom to Switch.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Doom was so good.
Hopefully it'll launch the same day as on other systems.
Yeah, they said it's gonna happen.
All right, that's good.
Might
That's
get
like the
delayed,
one
though,
thing.
like Dark Souls.
That's the one thing I hate about games on the Switch. Like they come, but they're like 5 months after the other
For
systems.
sure. Yep.
Hmm
Someone said, remember Battlefront 2?
Oh yes, because I played it yesterday, so I do remember that shit. God. It pisses me off because they sullied the good name of the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. They sullied the name of my favorite game of all time. Those pieces of shit. I tried to give them a chance. How the fuck do you not add Galactic Conquest, instant action, just this things? Where are my 32 maps? Oh yeah, let's give you 7 maps because that's reasonable. Yeah, sure. That's totally reasonable. We're playing the same shit for well over a year and a half at this point. It's so fucking bad. I'm sorry, I hate that. I hate the shit they gave us. EA is ruining my childhood quite literally. I fucking hate them. Oh, by the way, somebody said like personal question: was Sun and Moon underwhelming? No,
Yes.
no, I don't think so. No. I feel like the thing with Sun and Moon was shitty pacing. The game had really bad pacing. Like if you think about it, like the pace of like between gameplay story, and progression and new features being discovered, etc., was fucking off. Like it took you an
Actually, what I
hour
would
to
say-
get your starter Pokemon. Like
I would say what was underwhelming
and too
was-
handholdy.
Yeah. What I would say was underwhelming was the game after that, the Ultra Sun. Because, like, we were expecting, like, maybe sequels or something. They
Yeah.
did. There was a lot of opportunity for sequels, and they didn't do it.
Yeah,
So
because
that's I think actually what was more disappointing.
like see if it wasn't Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it was just like Pokemon Stars. You know what I mean? Like then people would have been okay because it's like okay, cool. It's a whatchamacallit. It's like a
Third version.
enhanced version, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like an enhanced version, which is what these two games were. But why would you have 2 of them? That it's stupid because then we think automatically these are sequels because the last time you did 2, extra games, so to say, it was sequels with Black and White 2. So why would you do this again? It just makes no sense. So I think that's why people felt underwhelmed because they thought it was going to be a sequel, but it was supposed to just be enhanced versions. So yeah, I don't know. Sun and Moon, they were just poorly paced, too handholdy, and the cutscenes were freaking just mind-numbingly like slow. That was the 3 issues I see with those games. Other than that, the Pokemon were awesome. The new Pokemon added. they were great. Other than that, I don't see really any issues. To be fairly honest.
Someone is saying, did you guys play Octopath Traveler? And if so, what do you think about it?
I have about like 120 hours in it. It's really like it's crazy.
Jeez.
It's definitely a good game though, right? Like I've heard that from
Yeah.
everyone. All right. Yeah, I think that's probably like one of the games I should probably pick up this year. I honestly haven't bought like any Switch games this year so far. But someone was asking, do you think Persona 4 Golden will come to the Switch?
Unlikely.
Yeah, I
Unlikely.
think that's likely to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that game exclusive to like Sony and the PlayStation, like the PlayStation side of things, though, like the Sony side of things, as far as I remember? Isn't like the Persona franchise overall kind of locked to Sony, as far as I know? Hence why like we'll probably never see like Persona 5 or something like that on the Switch ever, like for the rest of eternity. We'll never see it. As far as I know, I could be wrong. I could be so wrong. That's slow.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Will Game Freak ever listen to fans and stop simplifying the games in each generation? I don't know.
I think that the only way for this to happen is if Let's Go Wrong. Because they'll see, oh, we tried to make some casual and no one bought it. Maybe we should listen. That's like the only way.
Oh, here's an interesting question. Who do you guys not want in Smash Bros? I didn't want Waluigi and I got him.
Characters.
What do you-
Waluigi, Ashley.
You don't what? Here's a fucking fuck you guys, you dickheads. You fucking heartless pieces of shit. How can you be so rude to the almighty Waluigi? What's wrong with you? You can't be that heartless. God
Nah,
damn.
man. Just remember, Chrom got into Smash before Waluigi.
You know what? You know what? There's someone I didn't want in Smash. I didn't want nobody else. I just wanted Waluigi. Fuck it. It's just Waluigi versus Waluigi. That's all I need. Screw everybody else. Everybody else is trash.
If Waluigi was a playable character, I would want like them to incorporate from all the Mario sports, Mario Kart games. Like his side B could be like riding a Mario Kart like real quick, and you could like hit with like a tennis and like throw tennis balls. That'd be cool. But,
Yeah, give him a tennis track to hit people with.
yeah, they could kind of have him represent like this Mario Kart game or Mario games.
Wah.
But yeah, like honestly, I don't feel like there's any character that I would genuinely be pissed off if they got into Smash Bros.
Yeah, I actually don't care.
Yeah, I know like some people like hate the idea of having Goku or someone like that be in Smash. Like,
yeah, I really
like I don't think it's
put
even
whatever you want.
very
honestly.
likely, but I'm just saying like some people are like, I'm done with Smash if Goku's in.
Yeah, I don't understand the idea actually of like getting mad at characters' possibility. Like, who cares? What people want, some people don't.
Wait. Who would even think
Sakurai
that Goku
can
would be
make any
possible?
character fun, so like, let's be honest.
No, but who's dumb enough to think that Goku would actually even be close to possible?
Well,
when
the reason why
Sakurai-
some people are saying this is because Bandai Namco makes the Dragon Ball games, and they're helping develop this game. That's
Yeah,
kinda
but
like-
but here's the thing you got to remember though, Sakurai is the top dog, right? Right? Am I? Yeah.
also,
and
a lot of
Sakurai
people
said,
asked for him in the ballot, which is weird, but
okay,
that could also
but
play a factor.
remember though, Sakurai said he will only ever add game characters, which means
Well,
they
he
have
also-
to originate.
He also
that
said
they
he
have
will
to
never
originate-
add.
He
Yeah.
said he would never add it, Ridley because he's too big. He said he would never add an Animal Crossing character.
He also said this was his
So
last
he-
Smash game for like the past 4
Yeah.
games.
that dude, he flip flops,
Well,
but he's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, but still though, I don't think he would actually add a character out. Because think about it, right? Is there any character you can think of right now in Smash, like from like the first Smash game to Ultimate, that isn't strictly from a like? I mean, what I mean by that is like that they originate from a game and not from like a different form of media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're all game characters.
Yeah, they're all game characters. So like, I don't think you would go back on that. I don't think all of a sudden we're gonna be seeing shit like freaking Teen Titans Go and shit showing up in there. Like that ain't gonna happen. We ain't gonna be
We'll
seeing that happen.
See, like, I don't want Goku. I don't care about Goku, but like, things are weird, dude. Weird things happen. I don't know.
Someone said, when do you think that the next normal Nintendo Direct will come? So I mean, Guess we can make a
September.
prediction.
Hopefully next month. I was about to say next year, next month.
Yeah, I think the first or second week of September. If I had to give a day, I would say September 13th. That's my guess.
A year after the other one. The other one's.
I think there was actually a rumor that people were saying it was going to be on the 12th.
Huh.
Like there
Well,
was.
I think it should happen beginning to because like the online service coming out the latter half of the month. So
That's a
introduce
whole
this online
discussion right there.
service.
I mean, do you guys think that the
Yeah.
online service is going to be good or?
No.
Oh, it's gonna be shit.
No.
It's Nintendo. What do you expect?
Yeah,
They
I
can't
mean,
get online right for
And
the like.
I don't like the,
Ah.
and I've been ranting about this a little bit on Twitter. I don't like the argument when people say, "Oh, it's only $20." Like, but we have it free right now, and it's like the same thing that we're gonna get.
I mean, I'll
There's no difference.
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance first. I'll let it come out and see how it is. But if it doesn't improve, then that's not worth $20.
Yeah, I'm like done if Smash Ultimate Online is the same.
Yeah,
like,
if Smash
input
Ultimate,
lag, same all
yeah,
that crap.
if it's still
And
a
we're paying
slideshow,
now, and it's still the same guard. Yeah, and it's the same guard. I'm done, dude. I'm gonna be so like.
mhm.
That would actually be really.
Nintendo can't get online right for shit, so don't expect it to be good. Like, they just can't get that
I
right.
don't
Why?
understand it.
Why is that? Why is that? They make good games, but they
Mhm.
can't get online. Like, just hire some people that understand the online side of things. Is it that hard? Like, I just don't understand.
I
Yeah.
literally.
Mm.
Why? Why do y'all?
There was
What's
a
with
there was a
them?
job listing that Nintendo put out that was hinting that they might be hiring some people to redo some stuff with the Switch's UI. I don't know if you guys saw
Yeah,
that.
thank God we need that.
Like
Yeah,
like
we
some
need-
menus and stuff
It's
might get
so-
changed around.
Yeah, right now it's so boring, and Nintendo systems always have this personality to them that's like really special. Like the GameCube intro, that's such a cool little thing. Like that was a little thing, but it's nice. And like the Wii had like these channels that was all unique. Had the little, and then you open up the Mii Maker, and that's a meme now. Like the music is so iconic that's a meme now. So I want like music throughout the menus, and I just want it to have personality like Nintendo consoles.
hmm
It's the little things, you
Yeah,
know.
I think like every single UI on like Nintendo home consoles has been like pretty iconic, and the Switch is just like a basic one that's like right there.
Exactly.
And I mean,
Oh.
if you guys saw, Miyamoto did have an interview, or not an interview, but I think he was like speaking at some like keynote, and he was talking about how like they specifically wanted to make sure that the Switch's UI was as simple as possible, so that's why they made what they did.
Yeah, I heard that. Like he said that it would be a little bit slower. I don't care. Like you can add an extra second of waiting time to the eShop if it means we're gonna get catchy music.
Yeah, he said like if they added music and other like better like sound effects and stuff that took more time, it would have had better like worse loading times and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be that bad because like I don't remember the Wii U having horrible load times. I don't remember.
I mean,
DS having
no, the
horrible
Wii U
load
had pretty
times.
bad
It's
load
pretty
times.
basic.
The
Yeah,
Wii-
but they started fixing things later on with some updates.
I mean, they had to have that like quick start menu be added in a patch so that you could launch to your game right away.
yeah,
But I remember like launching like settings and sitting there for like 3 minutes.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
They
But I
also
still
need
want
to
music.
fix the eShop. The eShop is an absolute mess.
I know
Yeah.
the search button does not work for.
Yeah.
Bro, I typed in Octo expansion on the search and it didn't come up.
Yep. I've had that happen with other things too. I'm like, wait, I thought this was out. I guess not. And then found it is out. The search system is just broken.
Yeah, they gotta
Weird.
fix that. And like just the way that it's like organized is not good either.
And and it's really annoying. Like they just never do anything. Like when we because with the Wii U, that whole generation of people saying, hey, we need some fixes here, we need some features here, and they never did it. And now we're on the Switch, and there's even less features in some ways. Like weird. I don't get it.
hmm
Like we have friend codes now. Before not the Wii U didn't have that. Okay, why?
I mean, apparently though they said like with the Switch Online though the friend code stuff is gonna go away because you guys remember like when the Switch was coming out they asked you to register for like a username.
Yeah,
Did you guys not do that?
I-
Like if you logged into your like Nintendo account, you were like
with the
asked.
3DS, you mean?
No, for the Switch, like with your Nintendo account,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
it asked you to create a
Yeah.
username. I made sure to get like Aero before anyone else could take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I think that's what they're gonna try to do with the online. Like instead of adding someone with a number like a friend code, you're just gonna have to give them your username and they can just send you a request.
Yeah, it's good.
So
I
hopefully
would
they do
like to
that.
see just some more love and attention given to itself, like just more, some themes, some, new features. Like it's a popular system; it should get, regular updates, like, PlayStation, Xbox.
Um, Someone was saying, do you guys think Splatoon 3 is gonna come out in
Oh,
2019?
No,
yikes! I don't know.
No, there's.
I don't
I
know
feel
that's
about
like
gonna
that.
no
be
Split.
on the next system.
Yeah, Splatoon's
It's a
just gonna
one per
be.
generation thing.
Yeah, because he was saying
Yeah.
like because the original Splatoon and Splatoon 2 had a 2 year gap, so they were thinking like Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3 might have a 2 year gap.
Nah, there's
No, it's not
just
gonna
gonna
be
be
that.
updates throughout the generation.
Yeah,
Be it.
I think next
Yeah.
year we'll probably still have more Splatfests and all of that.
Yep. I think it's gonna last longer than the first one, just because the first one was on. I mean, that's why.
Honestly,
Sure.
I wouldn't even mind if like after the Splatfests are over, instead of like not, for them not wanting to create more content and adding Splatfests, like if we just got a rerun of all the other old Splatfests,
Yeah.
like because that way you could still have some way of getting the snails.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't have to like develop like more Splatfest to put into the game because
I have like this.
what were you saying?
I have like this idea that's so simple, but I would love for Splatoon to have scenes like Animal Crossing. So like during this, like like fall, you'd see leaves falling in the plaza,
Oh,
and then
that
you
would
would
be
see
nice.
snow in winter.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they could have like a Halloween themed Splatfest where it's actually like spooky. You can dress your Inkling up as in like a Halloween costume. Like I would love a little thing like that to make the game feel more alive. It's like Animal Crossing does with the seasons.
Hmm.
Someone asked, "Do you think Animal Crossing will crash the next?" I think they mean like Isabel.
Like an Animal Crossing representative.
Yeah. I think it's gonna happen. I don't know if it'll happen in the direct, but that would be cool. Like I think Isabel's.
Yeah, but Isabel's. You're saying it's gonna probably be like an Echo Fighter, right?
Yeah, I think
Right.
that's.
So I don't think they would end a direct by showing an Echo Fighter.
Well, they said just showing it in a direct, so they could say Echo Fighter right after Skull Kid or Isaac or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, because they usually reveal Echo Fighters, alongside like characters.
Do you guys
Like
think in
Daisy
the?
was revealed alongside Ridley. So
Mhm.
Daisy Ridley. Anyway, yeah.
Do you guys think they're actually gonna have like a Smash Bros. Ultimate section in the next direct, or do you think they're just gonna have a new character at the end and that's it?
I don't know. I think that because they have a full Smash Direct coming, they said there's going to be a big event before launch. I think, right? Didn't they say that?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably
Yeah.
gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah, like they always do it. So
Yeah,
I
'cause-
think it depends really. I don't know. That's a hard one because we got Direct right in August, but we still got a huge section of E3. So they could do another huge section in Direct. Like I would think like open up with the character, end with the character, and really it.
someone said Zach is having audio problems. Bro,
I
you
am?
Yeah, bro, you sound like a robot right now.
Uh-oh.
I was wondering because I was saying some things. And I don't think you guys heard me. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
like
ignored.
you speak and then sometimes it cuts out a little bit.
Oh,
it's
okay,
weird.
that
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah.
I was asking questions. Like, no, like, wow.
He just cut out.
Like, yeah, I was like, dang.
Someone said, "Do you think that Sony always wins?" I don't know, man.
That's for Ultra to answer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Ask Sony. I mean, is Sony winning right now?
I mean, they got the most selling consoles right now, but it'll probably change in a few years.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I really wish that they would do crossplay. I mean, I understand like the whole point of it because they're thinking like from their perspective, like we're selling the most right now in this generation. The PS4 is selling so much, so why have crossplay? Because if people want to play on PS4, they're just gonna have to go out and buy a PlayStation.
Oh no, it's actually a grudge because PlayStation offered to do crossplay back with the PlayStation 3, and Xbox declined.
Yeah, because
said
they were
no.
winning that generation.
Yeah, so basically now it's like fuck you, you didn't. And I see people like, oh, this is anti-consumer shit. Like, yeah, I mean, hey, if you're gonna say anti-consumer, say that to Xbox because they were the first ones to deny it originally. So just say fuck you, to them, for their past deeds. Because of
But they
course
did have,
now,
like, different leadership back then, so that's probably why.
You mean
Like,
Xbox?
remember
No,
that one
they're
guy?
the same. They're this. No, actually, no, you're right. You think you're right.
Yeah, wasn't it that Don Matrick guy that like was a meme for being so bad or something?
I can't
Like,
remember.
no one
but
liked him,
There
and
was some
Xbox,
guy.
everyone like hated what Xbox was doing last gen, and then Phil Spencer took over. Now everyone.
oh man, I don't know. But I just know there's a grudge there, so of course they wouldn't want to.
Because the way I see it, like right now, they're thinking like, if we're winning the console generation, why should we have crossplay? But here's the thing: if they actually did cave in to crossplay right now, like if they said, all right, you can have crossplay with the PlayStation 4, it pretty much means like for now until like the rest of time, then no one can say like if they're winning a console generation that they can't have crossplay. You know what I mean? Like
True.
it would kind of end that, and like that way, no one can use that as a defense mechanism. But also, I also feel like it's not even that bad at this point anymore. Because let's be honest, how long is the PS4 honestly gonna last now? Like it's not gonna be there for another 3 or 4 more years. So like if they did have crossplay, it would be for like 2 years maybe at most.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why I feel like it wouldn't be that bad. Like if this was back in like I don't know 2013, 2014, then they'd still have like 5 more years of crossplay to go. But here, there's not really that much time that they'd have to wait.
Yeah, maybe just make it.
Because then if they did it with PlayStation 4 now, it would become a staple for the next generation. They'd pretty much have to do it. Everyone, Nintendo, Xbox, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Dang, we got some good questions. Like,
Will Luigi's
someone
Mansion
said-
3 happen next year?
Wait, should we answer? There's one other question. Well, I'm definitely gonna answer that though. But there was one question before saying who's the most likely Generation 7 rep for Smash Bros. I thought that was.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that first.
See, here's the thing. The reason, like, I don't know who's most likely because the roster was chosen before these games even shown to the public. So it's not going to be based off the popularity of the Pokemon. It's going to be based around what Sakurai liked looking around.
Or also what Masuda like decided, because that's pretty much what happened with Greninja. Also, I'm pretty sure like we didn't know about Greninja like before he was in Smash Bros. And before they even announced him for X and Y. But I think Masuda was like saying like to Sakurai like this is going to be a good Pokemon. This is definitely the one that you should have to represent it.
Yeah.
So maybe
which is pretty good judgment.
Yeah,
Greninja was the most popular.
Yeah, definitely.
By the time it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Like they can already tell who's going to be the most popular.
Well, then it's going to be Decidueye probably to take the spot.
Mm-hmm.
But Das Version is saying that Decidueye is not happening. He said it's going to be like different Pokemon. He doesn't know who. But he said Decidueye, Mimikyu, like those aren't happening. Which is weird. Like Decidueye seems like that would be the one. Like everyone loves Decidueye.
Well, then what else could it be? Like
Incineroar.
Incineroar. Yeah, but
Masuda's favorite is Incineroar. I'm pretty sure that's his favorite starter.
Oh, really?
From Gen 7.
Okay, then that actually lines up really well with that rumor then, because it would make sense. Because like
you know what?
Actually, the Pokemon I like.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, Incineroar can be the one in Smash because Decidueye was in Pokken.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like hey, give Incineroar some love. I guess sure, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon made me love him. Like he's one of my favorite starters. Just because, I would be pretty playable.
I didn't hear a word you said. Sorry.
Sounded like a
That sucks.
robot.
No, I said that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon made me fall in love with him. Hope that went through. Probably didn't.
I think I got an idea of what you were saying.
Okay. Tragic.
But yeah, what was the question that I was saying before you said yours?
Luigi's Mansion. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. You guys think it could happen next year?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, totally.
Because the developer that made the second one has been missing in action. Like, I think they're developing the Luigi's Mansion remake, but it's been some time. Luigi's Mansion 2. I think it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just a quick thing. Sinister Aero. I wasn't saying that it's in Pokken, so that's a reason it won't be in Smash. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying I've already seen it in a fighting game, and I'm just kind of personally like, you know what? I don't give a fuck if it's not in Smash. I'm fine with like Incineroar taking that spot instead. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying that like, as some conspiracy theory that that's
just
because it was in Pokken. That's not what I'm trying to.
That's
not
never
what
true. He doesn't care.
Exactly.
All right, like people always say, like, oh, we already have a water type with Greninja and then a fire type with Charizard, so it has to be a
Yeah,
grass
no,
type.
no,
Like none of that is
no,
ever
no,
true. That's yeah,
no, but
Yeah.
that's not even what I was thinking. I was just saying like I've already seen it in a fighting game.
yeah. I know
I'm
what you
good.
mean.
I'm fine with another Pokemon taking that spot rather than seeing Decidueye again. That's what I was trying to get across.
Hmm.
Just to kind of like clarify, so it doesn't sound like I'm trying to say Decidueye has been in another game, so it shouldn't be in Smash. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No.
Did
Also,
you guys know that Plusle and Minun were planned for Brawl? That they were never playable?
like as a playable character?
Yeah, there was like data found that showed that like they were gonna try to make Plusle and Minun Newcomers.
That'd be interesting.
Like as a duo. I would have loved that. That would have been so cool, but never happened.
Hmm. Someone said, how do you guys feel about Super Mario Party?
I could really care less about Mario Party. Like,
Bro, I was interested about this, and then they confirmed that you can't play with the Pro controller in that game. Like you have to use the Joy Cons. And I also
Gotcha.
heard that the online isn't like seeming like it's gonna be that good either. So
Yeah, I'm not interested. I've never been interested in Mario Party. Some of the old ones I played with friends are awesome, but the new ones just don't seem.
well, I mean, like this Mario Party looks good too because they got rid of the car mechanic that everyone hated in like recent Mario parties. But then it seems like the online is just not going to be good. Like you can't have a traditional Mario Party game online with friends,
Yeah,
which is just not
like still
like
to this
that's just
day, like,
terrible.
why are they so stubborn? Like
Yeah.
we're paying for online now and still nothing.
Hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah, like I don't got a whole group of friends that can just come over and play Mario Party whenever.
Yeah, like when
So-
you're an adult, you're busy. You can't have friends over.
Exactly. That's why I was thinking like maybe if I get Mario Party, it might be like a fun stream game where I could just like play it on stream with subscribers. But it doesn't seem like the online's going to be good. So
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that would be a hilarious thing. Mario Party with people. There's
Mhm.
so many possibilities.
Yeah. But I think that pretty much does it. I don't think that there's really any more other questions. I'll check the Discord one more time, but I think we should be good. And then I think we can just wrap it up.
Someone said, "What do we think about Skull Kid Smash?"
Who?
Skull Kid.
Oh, Skull Kid.
Yeah.
I think he's got a good chance. But yeah, there's no more questions in the Discord as well. So yeah, I guess we can wrap it up. It was a pretty good discussion. We got to talk about Smash Bros. And a ton of Pokemon. We got to hear Ruffle rant about Pokemon as always.
Of course, man.
But
Hey guys, you gotta hear my
only
voice
reason I'm here.
break up a lot.
Mhm. But yeah, that'll do it. I mean, thank you so much for Nintendo Ultra to come out as well. Enjoyed it, my dude.
yeah, totally. Thanks for having me.
All right, so I'm gonna have everybody sign out, and then we'll just hand in we'll give our Twitters and YouTubes or whatever. So you can find me here, of course, on this channel, Aero, and you can follow me on Twitter as well at Actual Aero. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We can just go in Discord order.
Okay, so you can find me on my YouTube channel, Endgame the Cube. You can find me on Twitter, same username, Endgame the Cube, and yeah.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Nintendo Ultra, and I also have a YouTube channel as well. I do skits, discussions about Nintendo, and do a few live streams here and there.
Ugh. You can find me on YouTube, Ruffled Rowlet. I rant about Pokemon all the time, especially Let's Go. So if you want to see somebody ranting, complaining, bitching, and moaning like I'm a 5-year-old, then head over to Ruffled Rowlet at youtube.com/Ruffled Rowlet.